Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. Game week 2, it only feels like game week 1 ended the last day, but yeah, we are back. Early stream once again. We're going to go for the 3 hours, raw dogging again for the next 3 hours. So do let us know who you're watching from in the world. I can see we have William in the chat already. William, great to see you as always, man. Who else have we there? Ash then too. Hope you are well, lads and ladies. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. And yeah, I'm going to be your entertainment, or try to be your entertainment for the next 2 hours and 56 minutes now. But yeah, we're going to start off proceedings as normal, looking back at our game week 1 review. 78 points of the week, as you can see on screen there. Bench boost paying off, Rodon and Gomez getting some returns on the bench boost. It would have been Verbruggen on the bench boost anyway, because if it wasn't bench boosting, I would have started off with Kinski. So 20 points in the bench boost, we are happy out with that. And yeah, Ben White, if you tuned in last week, made a late change on the deadline stream, taking out Ballard, bringing in Ben White, and that allowed me to drop down from Gross to Gomez. So that's plus, let's say 16. Ballard got nothing and Gross got 2, was it? So that's plus 14 points from that last minute change on the deadline stream. So absolutely delighted with that. As you can see on the rank as well, we are 144k overall. Strong start to the season. Let's try and push on this from game week 2 onwards. FPL Chai in the chat. Good lad, Chai. Great to see another Irish creator in the chat as well. Good man, Chai. Cheers for tuning in, lads. William, what are we saying after noon all? Are we all on the roll? Yeah, so let's get into my transfer plans. First off, let's see how we're looking. Right, so Ndai, it's what are we going to do with Ndai is the question, is what I'm trying to say. So with Ndai here, looks like he's heavily linked with City anyway. It looks like he's going to go. I was looking at David Moyes' press conferences an hour or two ago. He said that they're not going to be selling their best players. So does that mean Ndai is going to start this week? It's up in the air. I'm going to start Ndai in my team anyway if needed. If he doesn't start, or if he'll either start or he won't start and he won't get any minutes. He'll either be left out of the squad completely if he doesn't start. So I have Gomez on the bench. Chelsea defence isn't hectic anyway, so don't mind having Gomez first. So, but could have Rodon maybe for DEFCON, but I do think Brentford will score. So I'm happy enough to have the attacker in Gomez. Fair enough, he got 63 or 68 minutes last night, isn't it? Wasn't in their European game. They don't play till Sunday. He'll be fine to start that game. He was taken off early at least. So if Ndai doesn't start, I have Gomez. Happy out with that to roll the transfer. And then that brings us to the question then whether we're going to use our wild card or free hit in game week 3. We want triple City. We want to be getting rid of our United players there then as well, unless Bruno does something this weekend, he could be on the chopping block as well. But looking towards Mbeumo and Maguire, getting them out of the team, and we'll go from there and we see how we get on. Also, I have a box of these eco packs then as well. Got sent something from Tops during the week, so we have them to open on stream. Once we hit 20 likes, we'll open our first pack. And so get liking the stream if you haven't done so already. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world, around the FPL world anyway. Right, what are we saying in the chat there? Ash, roll or sell Ndai? If we sell, who do we replace him with? If we roll, do we play him or bench him? Yeah, if you have Ndai, do what I'm doing. I'm starting him. I have cover on the bench in Gomez. Ash, let us know who you have for cover on the bench. If you don't, you might have to just do the move, go from Ndai to Sangare. You're going to get DEFCON off Sangare. As we saw last week, he's well capable of getting attacking returns also. So if you want to do that, no cover on your bench, just get rid of Ndai, bring in Sangare. If I'm wildcarding next week or thereafter, I'll be looking to have Sangare in my team anyway. Why not just make the move early? FPL Chai, good lad. Chai is absolutely flying on the YouTube content then as well. So if you haven't subscribed to Chai, get on over there, click subscribe. And while we're on it then as well, I'm on the way to 10k subscribers. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. Fingers crossed we can get there before Christmas. Let's see how we go. Do you think Mbeumo is a must-have? Definitely not a must-have. I'm even considering getting rid of him next week, especially if he doesn't do anything against Ipswich. He'll be gone out of the team for me now. Yeah, he's a lot of work to do after his blank, alongside Bruno Fernandes then as well. If they don't get something against Ipswich this week, they all could be gone. I could be forced into using a wild card early. I've had a good start, as I said. I'm not too fussed on going mad on the transfers at least, but triple Arsenal against Chelsea isn't ideal. I could be pushed into a free hit if needed. Again, we've only had one game week of FPL, one round of Premier League games. There's not much we can go off the eye test, or not much data we can go off from the first week. So you've made your game week 1 team for a reason. Don't be pushed into to making moves there. Ash, you've got Gomez rode on a D-up like you, FPL, so I'll move Gomez to the first sub. Cheers for the bench as always, no problem at all. That's easy as you like. Move Gomez first sub there. Shirky the Maverick should start. He should start tonight, especially after getting them 3 points last week against Bournemouth. It's whether where he's going to fit into that team. Even Foden then as well. If Shirky's getting up some form, is Foden going to start? Even if Ndai goes that way, is he going to be playing on the wing? Foden's going to be playing tonight, but with that Shirky haul last week, surely Maresca rewards him with a start. City never got going until he came on anyway, so let's see if he does get the start tonight. Bruno or Hurling captain. I'm on Bruno myself now. It is very close between Erling and Bruno. I do think Haaland scores tonight. It's just the case how many. But with Bruno, United playing at home, I know I'm a United fan, I know I have the United jersey on me here. I do think we bounce back this week, so let's see. Do you know what? While we're on the topic of the captains, let's see what the captaincy picks are on. So game week 2 captaincy pick. We're gonna go Haaland. If I can even get his name on screen here, Haaland, Bruno, JP, and let's throw in an Mbeumo, sure. JP or Palmer. Brighton at home for Chelsea isn't the worst fixture either, so if you're not fussed, or if the eye test isn't there for you on the United lads, or Haaland, not Halling, nothing wrong with going João Pedro at all. They look good on Monday night, that Chelsea attack. Whatever about the defence, the attack looked good. Who'd you captain between Calafiori and Mbeumo? Mbeumo out of those. I'm absolutely delighted with my double Arsenal defensive clean sheet and haul last week against Coventry. Calafiori 9-pointer, Ben White 11-pointer. As I said last week on the stream, Ben White is only a short-term move before Timber comes back. Happy enough to have him for the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to jinx it. I am going to jinx it saying this. I do think Arsenal get that clean sheet on Monday night comfortably. No striker for Aston Villa. Watkins looks set to be going. Maggio injured. I said in the YouTube video they might even have to play Garnacho up front. Muscar, what about bench boost and you haven't died? Just play him or transfer to in Sangare. Depends. If you're looking for a wildcard Muscar early on, you can just do the move, I think, yeah. If you're looking to keep and die, which I don't think you will be any if he goes to Man City. If I was playing a bench boost, it depends on the rest of your bench boost as well. If you have Coventry lads, let me know your bench boost there, Muscar, and we'll make a decision on it. But you need to be having 2 other strong players on your bench boost to even consider keeping and die. But let me know your bench boost there. Thoughts on Palmer captain? Absolutely nothing wrong with it. If I had Palmer, I'd be strongly considering it. So if you have Palmer, go for it there. Just Famous, hey yo, how are you, man? Finally made it in. Are we rolling the free transfer? I have a decision to make on Ndai is right. So let's see what happens with Ndai. But we might get some City news before the deadline also. But Ndai, I'm not that confident of him starting. I have some cover on the bench if needs be. Maybe I am gonna lean towards rolling. All right, we shall see. Okay, good stuff. What else are we saying? Aloha, Saw Doctor in the chat as always, man. Great to see you. I was listening to Off the Ball this morning. You did great, Saw Doctor. Appreciate that, man. Love that. Yes, I was on Off the Ball, just chatting about the life of an FPL content creator. I had a day off work today. I did that podcast and then did a TikTok live there for the last 40-50 minutes. And now we're going to be chatting here for the next half an hour. So I have a bottle of water here beside me if the voice is going, but we're good for the next while or so. Bench one, but Saw Doctor. Cheers for tuning in, lad. Appreciate that as always, and cheers for tuning in on the Off the Ball crack 2. Right, what else are we saying? All good there. Nice one. Lovely. I'm using my free hit. Do you like Thomas and Mbeumo or White and Sullies? White and Sullies. Arsenal are going to cause damage against Aston Villa. I'd be wanting triple Arsenal if you're on a free hit. I wouldn't advise on using the free hit. Keep the free hit for next week or some week thereafter. There isn't many standout fixtures. Only the United game against Ipswich. United looked very poor last week, so I'd try and save the free hit if you haven't locked it in already. But if you have it locked in, triple Arsenal, yeah, go with White and Sully's. Salah 24, bit of a benching headache, need to play one from DCL, Shade, Ballard, Rodon, leading towards Shade as a differential, but DCL is the most logical pick. Defenders also seem solid. Bit of a benching headache, need to play one from DCL, Shade, Ballard, Rodon, leaning towards Shade as a differential. Shade, however you say his name, I'd still be tempted by DCL there. Rodon, I do think Brentford get one. I do think that game against Leeds is going to be scrappy. Even the Nottingham Forest game was very scrappy then as well. DCL on penalties, nice differential as well. I know you're saying on Kevin Shada. Ballard, I think you probably bench him because they were poor against Ipswich last week. Good chance of Defcon as well with Ballard. I was happy he got 0 after bringing in Ben White. Maybe DCL because he is on penalties, but it is close between Shada and DCL. But just because he's got penalties. Danny, got no idea who to captain. Let me know some options. And I'll help you there. But I'm on Bruno. Could change it to Haaland. I do think Haaland does well tonight. Should have scored against Bournemouth, as I was saying during the week then too. But let's see. Is Mosquera good instead of Calafiori? If you already have Mosquera in the team, just keep him there. His minutes may be numbered now after this with Conte ready to play for Arsenal. So with Mosquera, you probably get the Aston Villa game out of him, and then he comes a bit of a not nail pick then. White is fine. I think it's White's right back position, especially with him doing well last week and getting that attack and return. So let's see on that. But if you have Mosquera, just keep him this week. If you're wildcarding early, you can move thereafter then as well. William, when are you thinking of wildcard? Around week 6? Yeah, if I'm wildcarding, I could even be free hitting next week. It just depends how this game week goes. Can you see all these fixtures on screen here? You can. Brentford, you can't just see the Liverpool one. Grand, if I scroll up there, you can kind of see it. Anyway, game week 3, looking at those fixtures, triple City, don't want any Aston Villa. It's the Arsenal and Chelsea game, which isn't ideal. Apart from that, is it even worth a free hit? Maybe not. Maybe just using my free transfers to get City lads is all I have to do. Get rid of my United lads, and maybe I can get away with it that week. Double Arsenal defence isn't ideal. Are we going to be wild carding in game week 4? Maybe the United lads are gone anyway, but I definitely want some Chelsea lads. So maybe I'm looking towards a game week 4 wildcard to stock up on Chelsea assets. What are we looking for at game week 5? Chelsea have Brentford, which isn't a great fixture either. Man City against Sunderland, you want to be loading up on City and Sunderland anyway. And then game week 6 isn't that after the international break, so it's not ideal using the wildcard before the international break. All right, but I could be pushing to using it early on. Whether I think I might use a chip next week, or I could get away with the 2 free transfers, getting rid of the United lads and getting some City players in. Maybe I do a White to a Vardiol and a Mbeumo to, or a White. Let's see. I do want at least 2 City players, but then Ndai could mess things up then as well. If he goes to City, I need to get rid of him then too. So let's see on that. I could maybe even get 4 City players and do my transfer before Ndai moves. Maybe that could be another shout there. But for now, maybe I'll just use my 2 free transfers and save it. City players are my priority next week for the whole game. So let's see on that. Can we bench boost this week if players are good? Just depends who the players are. Let us know on the players that you have. If you have 2 Coventry, maybe you're looking towards playing your bench boost with the Coventry lads. If not, send in the bench boost there. We'll have a look at who else your bench boost ones are. Muska, there we go. My bench boost: Rushford, Thomas, Van Uyck and Gross. I probably would go for triple Coventry. You're well set up for this week. You badly need that clean sheet for Coventry. If you get it, with triple, I do hope you get it. And with Gross, he's on penalties. Hinchelwood is out for 5 or 6 weeks. Gross surely goes into that attacking number 10 role for Brighton. You'd expect if Hinchelwood is out, so that could be a lovely bench boost this week. Musker, get that locked in. And wildcard game week 3, probably very fair. Miles O'Brien, bench 1 of Shada. Shade, Sangare or Brobby. Bench 1. Brobby was unlucky last week. Maybe Shade is. Our Leeds a lot better in the fence than Spurs. Yes, they are. Trafford was solid last week. Maybe Shade. He is a nice differential though, but maybe you just played him Sangare and Brobby. One of the Brentford lads is enough. TL 5 skills. Would you start Hume or Maguire? We saw the upside of the defender playing winger in the Cooper. Maguire. I'd play Maguire. I know we're not great, but Maguire. This screams out for a set piece goal from United in this game. Surely Maguire gets that big head onto something there then as well. If you are watching and you haven't clicked like on stream, once we hit 20 likes, we're going to open our first pack of Topps Premier League cards. We are on, I think it's 11, is that what we're saying here? Yeah, 13 likes. If you haven't watched, or if you haven't liked the stream, if you haven't watched the stream, if you haven't liked the stream, head on down there, give the stream a like. Once we hit 20, we will open our first pack. Would you start Hume or Maguire? Maguire there, TL5 skills. Bruno Fernandes on the captaincy poll on 58% as favourite for the captain. Still not using bench boost and any other chip. Dexter, fair enough. If you can get by these weeks without having the bench boost, go for it. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. All good on that. Right, 5-a-side Maestro. Good man, I hope all is well this week. 2 questions for you. Would you start Triple Arse in the fence? Yes, I would. City are favourite for the clean sheet. Arsenal are third. Liverpool are second favourite with 44. But I don't agree with the bookies' odds for that. I do think Arsenal have a very good chance of keeping a clean sheet, just with everything that's going on with Villa. So yeah, I would start your Triple Arse in the fence. Did last week, obviously went well. Good stuff. Just joined, so not sure if you said, but start and die. Start and die if you have cover on your bench. So Ivan Die with Gomez first sub. If yeah, I'm happy enough to leave it like that. Gomez first sub can sub in if needed for Ndai. Yvonne Haaland in the chat. Good stuff, Yvonne. Free hit for Chelsea whole of week 4. Was there any other standout fixtures? I'm not sure in game week 4 to warrant a free hit. With a free hit, you need at least 2 standout fixtures. Chelsea against Hull, of course. Liverpool against Fulham. Man City against Man United. Not hectic. If you are free hitting that week, you're looking at a load up on triple Liverpool and triple Chelsea. Maybe triple even Arsenal against Sunderland, but Sunderland, fair enough, they've started off poorly. They might get a bit of form in there, and they're not the worst side at the Stadium of Light. So let's see. I want at least 2 Chelsea attackers on my game week 14. Got 61 points without any chips. Is it okay playing FPL for the first time? That is brilliant, Dexter, with no chips. Well done on that. I got 78 with a bench boost, so the fact you got 61, you'd expect the bench boost to be in around 10-15 plus points. Last year I got a 35 pointer bench boost, but that'll never be hit again in my FPL career. That was just pure pox luck. But yeah, 10 to 15 points on a bench boost, and you're good to go with that. So yeah, get those locked in whenever you can. Muharamovic to Ben White for free. If you're planning an early wildcard, yes, but nothing wrong with Muharamovic. He could get Defcon. He could easily get an attack and return as well. So if you want to go with that, go for it. Or Maguire to Ben White. Don't get rid of Maguire. Definitely not. Do not get rid of Maguire there. No. Right, good stuff there. Lovely. Right, sound. Let's keep this going. What are your plans for this week? See up. Good question. We are looking at. It's going to be a chill stream. We're looking at for now rolling the free transfer. I could do Ndai to Sangare if I really wanted to. But I think I'm looking at saving the free transfer. What's this on Ndai? One last dance like Semenyo did to Bournemouth, played last game. Moyes said no offers have been made. Can't see why he doesn't play. He's going to play. If you haven't died, start him. Let's see anyway. Right, do you think Hinchelwood price will decrease in the following weeks? I think he'll be out for 6 weeks. Yeah, if you have Hinchelwood, you can probably move him on. If you don't have cover on your bench this week, get Hinchelwood to Ndai. Go with that, and you're fine to go there. Do you think Sims is a starter for Coventry? He did alright when he came on. I think the fact that Sims started, he couldn't do much against Arsenal, so I think he will start. Awoniyi might come off the bench. I think Sims is probably fine to start. If you have Sims in your team, you're probably looking towards a bench boost. If you haven't played it already, you probably set yourself up for for a bench boost this week. So if you have it, just play it. I think Sims starts that one. What are your plans for this week? Yeah, currently looking to roll. Great start. Dexter is right, exactly, with no chips there. Do you think Sims is? Yeah, there we go on that. Yeah, so looking at my own team here, if we're looking towards a free hit next week, let's maybe kind of build a free hit team. So I'd be getting probably triple Liverpool as well. If the Arsenal boys, I think, have to go against Chelsea. Again, let's see how they get on against Villa on Monday night, but they look very solid against Coventry. And Dye is probably going to have to go. Bruno probably has to go away to Everton, and Haaland stays in. Leeds are up against Brighton, so maybe Calvert-Lewin stays in. João Pedro probably goes on a free hit. Alright, and now we're going to start off with midfielders on a free hit. So this is essentially a game week 3 free hit if I was looking towards a free hit team. So I'm probably going to start Sangare against Sunderland. Want triple City, so I'm going to go with Nico Riley, I think, in the fence. Again, didn't get an attacking return, but he was playing in that attacking position. Let's see where he does line up tonight. But didn't Nori go off injured last week, I'm nearly sure. Anyway, probably looking towards the Semenyo as my third City. Then it goes into the airy-fairiness of who do you actually want in a free hit. Liverpool assets, maybe. Are you going boring with Szoboszlai and Gakpo? Anyway, let's throw in Virgil on a free hit, and then a Szoboszlai and a Gakpo. Even making this free hit team now would make me not want to play it, to be honest with you. I don't think I even have enough for this team then as well. Probably don't. Let's put in cheap lads. We know Thomas and Van Uwijk are going to be cheap at that. So let's throw that in as well. So Coventry. Again, if you're just joining, this is going to be a potential free hit in Game Week 3. So you don't want any Arsenal. Don't want any Chelsea. You're loading up on cheap lads. And then let's throw Dobbin in as a potential 4-minute goalkeeper. Right, so that leaves us with 25.4 for either a fifth midfielder, cheap striker, and we need a goalkeeper then as well. Chance of a clean sheet. Fulham against Crystal Palace, probably not. Not even Aston Villa against Hull City. I wouldn't even go into that. Maybe Brentford against Fulham. Let's go with Kelleher. So at 5, do we want an Ayer? Maybe we do. So that's your back 3. Kelleher. This probably makes me not want a free hit, to be honest with you. Kelleher, O'Reilly, Virgil, Ayer, and then you have 15.5 to going through those. You even want anyone? You can go with Bruno. Just can't you 12 and then a 4. You could go with Bruno just to have him. So let's put Bruno in, and then a cheap 4.5 million striker if my maths is mathin'. No, you can't. Sorry, so you can't even get Bruno. You have 3.9 left, so my maths wasn't matted. You could go Jackie instead of Virgil, and that's how you get around with it then. So looking at that, I'm not even fussed on using my free hit next week, so you can probably forget about that. So let's quickly reset that team before we mess around any much further. I think we're just focusing on transfers, so on getting a city attacker too into the team. Right, lovely stuff. How are we? Did we hit 20 likes just yet? If you are just joining, head on down there, click like. I can just see we hit 20 likes, which is great to see. We're on 48 people watching us. It's time for our first pack. Keep those questions coming in, and we will get back to you. I know it's a lot more calm since the deadline stream last week, but go down there, keep your questions coming in. I will try and keep you entertained for the next while or so. Right, let's put that up there. Can you see all that? All right, maybe one more bit. Grand. Right, pack number 1 out of these. Again, I think you do have a chance of getting an autograph card. If we do get an autograph card, I'll give it away to someone who subscribes on the channel. So pack number 1 there, 20, 26, 27 tops. I was opening a few of these during the week. First off, I can't believe they're $4.25 for a pack of cards. But remember when I was young, I used to be able to get match attacks for €1, and now they're $4.25 for a pack of these. Right, so Charlie Hughes of Hull City there. James Garner of Everton up next. He's injured, isn't he? Brendan Brendan Aronson, sorry, of Leeds United. Alejandro Garnacho is he on loan with Villa? So interesting. Brian Brobby, that's a nice one there. Beast mode Brian Brobby. If you have Brobby in your team, maybe that's a sign from the top gods to play him. Anthony Elanga, Nitro Boost. We put that Nitro Boost on against Kirkes last week anyway. That's a... Is that a number card? No, Parallel Mandava of Sunderland. Nice one there. Ben Gannon-Doak got some minutes in the World Cup for Scotland off the bench. Floyd Samba. Rookie card. Floyd Samba. Interesting. Don't know who Samba is. And then we're finishing on a Coventry lad there. Joel Laddie Boudier. Don't know if I said that right. Let's see. Right, back to the stream here. What are we saying? Top 7k played bench boost game week 1, 93 points. FPL 07. Great to see you've had a strong start to the season. Good lad. Keith, would you transfer Lafay for Sangare or keep Lafay? Keith, I'd keep Lafay on penalties. If Sunderland gets something this week, surely he's going to be involved. I wouldn't be getting rid of Lafay just week. You picked Lafay at the start to have him for the first 3 games. I know Sangare is looking good with the DEFCON and his attacking routes and his route to attacking points. Sorry, but keep Lafay. You want him for the 3 game weeks. Keep him for the 3 game weeks. Give him till then, and then you can offload him then. So Doctor, just one question. I'll thinking of bringing in Sangare for Lafay and captain and Pedro. Same as Keith there as well. So Doctor, never mind Sangare for one more week. I know he's looking good. That Leeds game is going to be scrappy. I wouldn't expect plenty of goals like they got against Spurs. Leeds are looking pretty good in defence. Trafford is a great signing for Leeds. They've finally got a goalkeeper who isn't somewhat dodgy. Come back to the Mesliers. Of course, Darlow did well in sub game weeks for my own team last year, but he still has that mistake in him. But Trafford looks very solid against Nottingham Forest. He looked well against United in Croke Park as well. It's a solid Leeds defence. I'd expect them to at least concede, but not concede 2-3 like they did against Spurs. Danny, Verbruggen, Thomas, Van... Where are you gone there? The chat has gone mad. Verbruggen, Thomas, Van Uwick seems for bench boost this week, but problem I haven't died. Tricky. I would still play your bench boost if you're very set on Ndye's minutes not being great this week. I'm not confident myself. It's just because I'm not pushing to that bench boost. So let's see. But I'm looking towards going with who's that there? 5.99. Glenn Jacob, appreciate that, man. Welcome back, sir. We'll be back to you there in a sec on that bench boost one. But Glenn Jacob, I really do appreciate that, man. Start one of Lafay or Sangare. That is tough. That is... I wouldn't do the transfer, but Lafay or Sangare. Sangare has a DEFCON. Lafay has the set pieces and penalties. What's the rest of your team, Glenn? Send it in there, and surely we can come to a decision on that. But 5.99, Glenn, absolute legend. Throw in the rest of your team there, and we'll see if you can fit anybody else in from those. Sangare, you're probably looking at a 4-point floor, where Lafay is probably a 2-point. So you play a Sangare to get the extra DEFCON there. But me myself, I probably will go Lafay for the attacking points. But Sangare got attacking points last week. Send in the rest of your team, Glenn. But Glenn, this coming your way now after that. Really do appreciate that, man. Green arrows in the chat for Glenn. Absolutely love that, man. Out of those, maybe Sangare. But if you can fit in... out of those, maybe Lafay. But if you can fit in Sangare, Lafay is probably the more exciting pick. As I said as well, Leeds are far better defence than Spurs. So only route really is probably DEFCON. But there is always a chance of an attacking return. But... Lafay. I'm going Lafay, Glenn. Yeah, Lafay. Leave and speak aside, who will you captain? Leave and speak aside. What does that say? Sorry. Leaving HAALAND aside, who will you captain? Mbeumo, Isaac, João Pedro, Odegaard. João Pedro out of those. If you're not captaining HAALAND, go with João Pedro. Right, back to the bench boost there, Danny. Glenn, legend on that again. Once again, thank you for that donation. Very, very kind, man. Appreciate that. Love that. A few new subs on the channel there then as well, which is great to see. Head on down there. We are on the road to 10k. I keep saying it in my YouTube videos. You're sick of me hearing it. But only way I can hit 10k is with your support. So if you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, we've 45, 50 or so in the chat at the moment. If you haven't clicked subscribe, go down there, click subscribe on the channel, and get us one step closer to hitting 10k. But Danny, back to you on the bench boost. If you're very unsure on the die minutes, I don't think he'll start. I'm starting him because I have Gomez first sub. You can always just do Ndai to Sangare, and then at least you're fine with that. Are you still captain and BRUNO and starting Kinski over Bruggen? Carol, I'm looking towards captain and BRUNO and playing Kinski. FTBL 07, would you play a free hit next week? Have 2 Arsenal, 3 Brentford, 1 Man City, 1 Chelsea, 2 Brighton, 1 Ipswich, 1 Everton, 1 Nottingham Forest, 1 Man City. Save your transfers, FTBL 07. Save your transfer this week. That gives you 2 free transfers next week to get 2 Man City attackers or so. Sort yourself out with that. I know it's not ideal myself with the double Arsenal defence against Chelsea, but sure, look, we'll see how we go. Right, let's see how we're looking here. 4:05. Deadline is at 6:30. Don't forget, 6:30 on the deadline. Right, keep the questions coming. Once again, Glenn, legend on that, good man. Again, Jesus Christ, Danny, appreciate that. Get a pack on me. Thanks for the advice, Danny. Wow, Glenn and Danny, absolute legends. Danny, this one coming your way. Where are we going? Green arrows for Danny. Love that, Danny. Legend. John Coleman. Wow, saw you off the ball. Normally watch FPL Andy, but going to support your own too. John, legend, absolute legend. Yeah, it's been a bit of a hectic day between podcasts with off the ball lives on TikTok, and now we're live on YouTube now before the deadline. Love that, John. Andy is absolutely killing it then as well. Thank you for considering my channel then as well. Love that, man. Appreciate that. Support us Irish people. I know Andy is living in Ireland then as well. He's an absolute legend, Andy. I've met a few times then as well. He's killing it. He doesn't need my promotion at all. He's killing it himself. But appreciate that, John, and love that. And cheers for tuning in. Good man. Glenn, looking at a back 3. Midfield is Mbeumo, Semenyo, Lafay, Sangare. Sully's front 3 is DCL, Haaland and João Pedro. Yeah, maybe Lafay for his attacking threat, so you can't really fit him in. And Mbeumo, Semenyo, Lafay, Sully's very strong midfield there then as well. I'll be starting DCL because of penalties. Just hope you get your Lafay return. Good man for that as well. Who do you think is what do you think is the best week for a free hit? Yeah, I was looking through it there, so I was messing around. With a free hit, you want 2 teams with a very easy fixture. Game week 4, Liverpool against Fulham, Chelsea against Hull could be free hit territory. Let's game week 5, I'm not mad on that. Game week 6, no, not ideal. Game week 7, City against Ipswich, Spurs against Coventry. I wouldn't want 3 Spurs, lads, so probably not that week. Not game week 8. Not game week 9 with Liverpool against Arsenal. Right, game week 10, Arsenal against Hull City. That could be one there. Game week 10, Arsenal against City. If you don't have triple Arsenal, get them in for that week. United against Aston Villa. Surely Aston Villa get their season, and United get their season turned around by then. Anyway, Everton against Coventry. You could load up on Everton defence. Pickford and Tarkowski, for example, that week. Maybe game week 10. I was hemming and hawing about one next week. Maybe I'm going to talk myself out of doing a free hit next week. But probably game week 10, that's when the fixtures are somewhat nice for a couple of teams. Louisa, or is that Louis Ashton? Where did I get Louise out of that? Haaland triple captain. Palace are so poor and hate the chip, so would rather get it gone. Fair enough, but save it for Coventry next week if not, or save it for Palmer in game week 4 against Hull, or save it, I think it's game week 13 or 14 when City play Hull then as well. John Coleman, thoughts on no Haaland longer term because of price. If Pedro or Bruno are good captain options. I think you need Haaland for next week against Coventry. I wouldn't be fixated on the no Haaland. I know we blanked last week. A lot can happen in a week of FPL. If he hauls tonight, everybody will be rushing to get him ahead of Coventry. You're only good as your last week in FPL. The FPL community can be very cutthroat, but with Haaland, I think he does well tonight, and everybody's going to be rushing for him to get him for Coventry. So if you don't have him, keep that in mind. Make sure you have a route to Haaland for Coventry. He's going to be the highest captain player next week, without a doubt, and I think a haul is on the way. If not tonight, next week. Best week for free hit, yeah, probably looking towards a 10 there then as well. Ndai to start, not mad on him, or not mad on the idea of him starting. Moyes gave away nothing really in the press conference. It looks like he said they're not going to sell their best players. They didn't name Ndai specifically, but yeah, let's see on that. To be honest with you, I'm starting him. I've Gomez first sub, so we'll see. BT Hendo, what are we saying there? Get your question in there, lad. I will get back to you. What do you think is the best week for the wild card? Could even be next week. Football Palace for my own team. If you want to do it after the international break, game week 6 is where you want to be using your wild card. I'll probably be looking to use or even save my transfers if I am looking to wild card early, so then I can sort out my team after the international break if needs be. Game week 3 or game week 4 could be a good show for the wild card there. If not, game week 6 then. Game week 3, 4, game week 6 is going to be wild card territory for everyone. Probably most popular is going to be 6 after the international break, but I could be pushing to making the changes on my wild card earlier than that, especially with Ben White. So looking at my team here, it's good for the short term, not long term. Ndai, Mbeumo, Ben White, Kinski and Verbrugge, not mad on those. That's 5. Maguire, that's 6 players who could be easily gone in the wild card. I'm doing well to start off, but it could easily go downhill if I stick with this team. So probably want to offload and get some City and Chelsea players into my team. Right then, how are we looking here then as well? 27 likes, which is great to see. 50 in the chat. Once we hit 40 likes, we're going to open our next pack of cards. Maybe I should do some giveaways of cards of that I've opened. I'm not sure if there's an audience for that. If you want some cards, let me know. FTBL 07, my midfield is Sangare, Ndai, Bruno Fernandes, Hinchelwood. Hinchelwood is out, don't forget, for 5 to 6 weeks. Yeah, here we go. Would you sell Hinchelwood to Barnes or Hinchelwood to Slater to get some funds in the bank? Already have Thiago, Haaland and JP. Hinchelwood and Ndai are your worrying points anyway. Sangare, Bruno, Sully's all fine anyway. Bruno Fernandes, I know United aren't at it, but he's pretty much a season keeper if I'm not considering Cole Palmer, but I am. Hinchelwood, if you can save your transfer, I don't think you can with that Ndai thing, so I think you're going to have to go Hinchelwood to... Wow, they're not great options, are they? Even Barnes isn't a hectic pick. You already have Sangare. The easy move would have been Hinchelwood to Sangare. How's your defence, FTBL 07? Let me know on your defence. Maybe I might have to save your transfer this week. A week of information, I think, is a lot better. Another week of information is a lot better than just using a transfer going on Harvey Barnes. Humour Road on, and from midfield Lafay and Dye. Start Ndai, sorry. If he doesn't start, Lafay can sub into your team. Hume is going to be playing that attacking role once more, or should be, so maybe you start with Hume there. Sirius Vega, go with that. Haaland's stats weren't even that bad against Bournemouth. Yeah, he missed a big chance, had a shot on target as well, and should have scored from Nico Riley's cross. He just misjudged it. Still on, I hope we are. Let me just double check on the stream here. It said OBS connected. We should be still there anyhow. Yeah, we should be. I don't want to captain Bruno. Should I go Haaland or Palmer? Haaland, if you don't want to captain Bruno, go with that. Let me know if we are still live anyway. OBS is giving me some errors here, but we should be live. Just let me know in the comments if we are. Nicole, send me a message on Instagram. I'll send you some cards that I have opened. I've no reason to keep them any. If you have some kids that would love some cards, send me a message on Instagram and I'll get them sent out to you. I just open them on stream. Not mad on having them after, so let me know if you want them and I can get them sent to you. Seems incredibly early for a wild card. Just making sure we are still live, which we should be. Yeah, incredibly early for a wild card it is, but again, I have Triple United, I have Triple Arsenal. Triple Arsenal are great for now. Once Timber comes back into the team, that's a question mark around White. Even Calafiori then as well. I was nervous even watching that Coventry game, making sure to get by the 60 minutes before Calafiori was taken off. He was taken off around 70 minutes, was he, or 70 minutes or so. But yeah, let's see. It's a wait and see for now. Anyway, I know it is early to wildcard, but if you have to, you have to. Nothing wrong with doing it. Danny, Raya, Gabriel, Maguire, Shaw, Fernandes, Ndai, Lafay, Soboslai, Anderson. Very surprised Anderson fell in price. I don't understand that now. Haaland, DCL, benches Verbruggen, Thomas, Van Uyck, Sims, recovery from terrible game week 1. Yeah, if you want to go in die to Sangare because you're bench boosting, maybe you do that move, Danny. Go for it, why not? Yeah, it's a good bench boost. Anyway, Verbruggen, not too confident of a clean sheet there, but Thomas, Van Uyck, Sims, if you get your clean sheet there, you're absolutely laughing. Start Kevin Shad or Hume, maybe the Brentford lad. Thoughts on Ndai with Man City's links? Not ideal, obviously, as an Ndai owner. It absolutely kills him as an FPL asset once he goes to City. Will he start in that City team? If he's going, he probably will. He's just not nailed. No penalties at City. I think it kills him as an FPL asset, even with the DEFCON. I don't think he'll be racking up the DEFCON numbers. What's the 11 looking like? We're looking at Harry Maguire, double Arsenal defence. Ndai is starting, and Gomez is on the bench. That's my starting 11 for now. FTBL 07, have Ayer, Calafiori, Williams, Shaw and O'Shea. Ayer, Calafiori and Shaw is who'll be starting there. Right, all good there. 4:15, 2 hours and 15 minutes to go until the deadline. We've a long way to go yet. Mad, what is it, 45 minutes we're live now. Flying, absolutely flying. Need your opinion. I was thinking the captain Haaland to try win monthly prize in my mini league. My opponent doesn't have Haaland and he's 15 points in front. If you're only going for the mini league win this month, that's the only way to get 15 points. Why not just go for it? Yeah, try get that done. I'd go for that there. A few new subs on stream, really do appreciate that, lads and ladies. Great to see that. But yeah, Sally and Alice, if you want to get the monthly prize, if he doesn't have Haaland, you need to make 15 points up. That's how you try and get your 15 points up. Again, I'm captain in Bruno, but if he doesn't have Haaland, that's where you try and get that points back. Hi Nyland, best replacement for Mukalele. Already have Maguire, Diop, Roden and Calafiori. I'd be going for another Arsenal defender. Ben White, short term. Attacking, I'd be going that for short term. Yeah, that right side for Arsenal as well, up against Hemmings and Maatsen. I do think they caused damage on Monday night. Again, it was a big punt on the deadline stream last week, going for Ben White. Paid off massively the first week, even going him over Ballard. That's plus 11 already. Ben White does something else on Monday night. That's one of the best transfers I'll make all season. Sound gone, muted. Am I back? Should be back, am I? Yeah, maybe the OBS connected. That was probably it. Let me know if I am back on the chatting. Can I hear myself here? Yeah. Right, all good, we are back. Sound. What do you think of Van Uyck over Shaw? I'd still play Shaw. Try and start the two of them if you can, but I'm assuming you've got the double Arsenal offence then as well, so maybe not there. But Shaw, Ipswich at home, you have to start him. Mbaye to Aston Villa, David Ornstein. Who Ibrahim Mbaye? Let me look at that. David Ornstein there. Differential at right wing over the likes of Maguire. I'd still be captain Maguire. Maguire has good chance of an attacking return as well. Let me look at what we're saying here on David Ornstein. Aston Villa reach agreement in principle to sign Ibrahim Mbaye from Paris Saint-Germain. Don't know much about him, so not going to say I do, but don't know much about him. Is he any good? What's he going to be in FPL? He's only 18. Is he a forward or is he a... Oh, he's a winger. There he is. He's a winger. Fair. All good. Should I buy Ayer over James Justin? Should I buy Egan over Bijal? Keep your transfers Penskull if you can. I miss it there, Nicole. You keep on dying if he doesn't play. Gomez coming in. Exactly. That's the plan, yeah. Do I sell Hinchelwood or roll FTBL 07? If you've no other issues, sell him. Or sorry, if you've no other issues, just save your transfer. If you do, just move him on for the likes of a Sangare if you need to get somebody into your team. What do you think about using bench boost chip on 3 players from Gomez from Brighton and 2 defenders from Coventry from City? As long as you don't have him die with the risks around his starting spot this week, nothing wrong with that bench boost at all. I think you always started your season off trying to attack that game with 2 bench boosts. Stick to the plan. We've only seen one round of FPL games of Premier League action. Stick to your plan. Go with that if that was the original plan. Nothing wrong with that at all. Suvra, whom would you start and who would you bench out of Rodgers, Virgil van Dijk and Maguire? Maybe you have to bench Maguire there, unfortunately. I'd be starting Rodgers, definitely. Chelsea attack look very, very strong. Van Dijk, good chance of DEFCON then as well. Surely, sending the rest of your team there, Subras. Surely you can start Maguire as well with that favourable fixture. You started with Maguire in your team to have him for these first two fixtures. Fair enough, they did poor against Hull. That goes without saying, but you surely want him for that Ipswich game. Good chance he can get something on Sunday, isn't it? Right, 4:20. Rubber Ducky in the chat. Rubber Ducky, was that you on the off the ball? It was. You've been wearing that shirt all day. I took it off for the TikTok stream. I was wearing an Inter Milan one for the TikTok stream. I put this back on for the YouTube stream. But that was you chatting in the comments this morning. Good stuff. I recognise that game when or recognise that name when they said Rubber Ducky on the off the ball stream. So fair play for tuning in. Good stuff. Any questions, Rubber Ducky? How are you lining up for this week? Sally and Alice, you're always the best, answering every message every year. Appreciate that, man. I'll do my best to get it back to you all. Wayne Robinson, start Hume or Muharamovic? I think both will concede. Hume playing in that attacking position where she should be. Maybe you start Hume. Muharamovic has a decent shout of attacking returns also. Good chance of DEFCON 2. Rodgers, Van Dijk, Maguire, Suvra, send in that team, the rest of the team there. Surely you can start Rodgers, Van Dijk and Maguire. All good fixtures for them this week. Let me know, and surely you can play them instead of somebody else. Right, 4:20. What else are we saying here? Happy Friday, FPL Foxy in the chat. Good lad. You had a good week, FPL Foxy, last week. Who do you prefer? Why do you prefer Bruno captain? Why do you prefer Bruno as captain than Haaland? Again, I'm not being biased as a United fan. We're back at Old Trafford. I do think we put on a performance after the very poor result against Hull last week. We've had a full week's rest. Ipswich were playing in the cup. Fair enough, it wasn't their full strength team. Darragh O'Shea was playing. I think that was only back playing position player that was in their defence. But a full week's rest for Man United. I do think we do well on Sunday. Again, it could easily go the opposite way then as well. I'm on Triple United here. I have to stick to my guns if I'm on Triple United, so let's see. Justin to start over Lewis Potter? Probably not. I probably would start Lewis Potter. I do think both of them can concede. Good chance of Lewis Potter with attacking returns. Let me just see what position was he. Right back last week, Lewis Potter, or where was he? Against Chelsea. Yeah, sure, he scored, didn't he? He did. He was left back. Sorry. Probably would start Lewis Potter there. Probably. Both concede any. I think that game's going to be 1-1 or 2-2 spec. FTBL 07. Happy Friday is right, FPL Foxy. My mid is Sangare, Bruno, Sully's, Hinchelwood and Dye. Would you sell Hinchelwood to Slater to get more funds? Have Haaland, JP and Thiago as forward? Maybe not to Slater. Are you going to even play? You need somebody on the bench if Ndai doesn't start. Maybe. It's a bit of a waste of a transfer. Who's in your defence there, FTBL 07? Let us know, because maybe you just have to play a defender. Start Ndai. If Ndai doesn't start, you'll have one of the defenders coming into your team. DEFCON 4 points and saving a transfer if you've got a good shout of a defender. Even I'd play Rodon over, let's say, selling Hinchelwood. If I had him in the team, I'd just save the transfer and play Rodon. Decent shout of getting DEFCON there. Even Diop, but Diop had a bit of a shocker last week. I think he'd like a 4.8 performance on SofaScore, so not good on that. Football Palace, what are we saying here? My team's Donnarumma, Calafiori, Mosquera, Van Uwijk, Hume, Soboslai, captain. Wow. Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, vice. Fair enough. Lafay, Haaland and Gabriel Jesus. Jesus has to go. Or no, is that Igor Jesus? I thought it was Gabriel Jesus. Igor Jesus of Nottingham Forest. Is Delap going to take some minutes off him? I think he will. Let's see. I'm bringing in Palmer after the deadline tonight for Game Week 3. Is Palmer rising tonight? Is he? Let's go back and see. Is he rising? Maybe he is. He's going to be 9.6. So if he is, where is this? We can't even see. We need to see transfers. How do you even check this is right? No, you can't even. Or is it on the home page? Should be on the home page, isn't it? Where am I gone mad? Where's the home page for FPL to check the? Where's the price changes? Fantasy Premier League. Here we go. Team of the week, player availability, price change predictor, fair. But where's the top transfers in? Should have probably looked at this before the stream started. Transfers in, transfers out. On the mobile app, you can see your price. Well, here you can show it as well, your price change, but that's for the players that you own. How do you see players that you don't own? Maguire -11, Bruno -611, sorry, -14. Solis is close to price rise, so that means probably Palmer is very close to a price rise. Interesting. Let's see on that. Anyway, let's keep taking on the stream. I'll have to have a look at that properly after the stream. Right, back to this. What we were saying there with Rubber Ducky, bringing in Palmer after the deadline tonight for game week 3. Fair for the Arsenal game though. Keep Ndye or go for Sangara, Sean Ostrich. If you have cover on your bench for Ndye, I've got Gomez. If not, just do the transfer. So I probably would. Again, somebody was asking me on Instagram, why didn't I do the transfer of Ndye to Sangara before the price rise? I didn't realise Ndye was going to be going. I knew he was heavily linked, but I thought everything were going to keep him. They still might keep him yet. It's just whether or not the deal does go through. Who to start? Jacob Ramsey for his potential as playing 10 or Slater? That's a horrible decision to make. Can you start a defender over that? Maybe you can. Let me know there, Kareem. Suvra, thanks mate. Here's the full team: Calafiori, White, Van Dijk, Maguire, Hume, Rodgers, Bruno and Mbeumo. Yeah, you're stacked. That's what happens with the no Haaland team. Yeah, the benching headaches are horrible. You're going to have to start Van Dijk, Calafiori, White, so probably would bench Maguire just off our form. That's not ideal, but yeah, go for it. Who am I picking in last man standing this week? I went Arsenal last week. I got through a lot. Picked Man United. Thankfully, they're gone out of that. But this week, I'm going with United in my last man standing. That's what we're going for. 33 likes, 43 people watching us. Once we hit 40 likes, we'll be going for our next pack of cards here then as well. What are we? We are 34 subs off hitting 9.5k. If you are watching, if you're one of those 45 people who haven't clicked subscribe, we're on the road to 10k subscribers. I need your support to get me there. We can't get it without you. We've had a solid start to the season on the channel then as well. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe yet, go down there, try and get me closer to that 10k spot. It'd be great to hit 9.5k on this stream. I won't lie, I didn't go to Electric Picnic to get this stream done after last week's numbers then as well, so that's why we're at home. To be honest with you, even looking at the Instagram stories and TikTok videos, I'm happy I'm not at Electric Picnic. It absolutely pelted down last night and it looks like it's just muck everywhere. But yeah, once we hit 40 likes, we'll open our second pack of Topps cards there too. So I can see we're 4 off there. Love that. Right, have I tried taco fries yet, Niall? Jovial? No, I still need to. Maybe one night I'm very drunk, or maybe one haul I need to celebrate with a taco fries. But no, I haven't had them yet. I must do, and I'll need to send you a picture once I do. Bijal over Iron and Rodon. I'm gonna guess there. Penskull, yeah. Iyer for the Defcon is what I'd be looking for there. Go with that. Start DCL or Lefay. Just because I'm on DCL, I'm going to be biased and say DCL. I think he does get something this week. So he was quiet enough last week. Didn't get much against it. Fairly solid Nottingham Forest defence. Should have been a 0-0 draw only for that free kick from Stash at the end. Will, should I start Hume as a differential? Sorry for missing it already. Answered, my phone ran out of battery. All good, Will. Who are you looking to play him instead of? If you're looking to play him over Maguire, I'd be playing Maguire. let me know who you're looking to play him ahead of. Up the Dubs. Where am I from, lad? I'm from Leitrim. Lovely Leitrim. I know off the ball said I'm from Galway. I live in Galway, but I'm originally from Leitrim. Lovely county. Lovely county. I love me county. FTBL 07. My defender is Ayer, O'Shea, Calafiori, Shaw, Williams. Who to start? Bench Hinchelwood or sell Hinchelwood. So you have Ayer, Calafiori, Shaw, Williams. Even if you want to play Williams, but he's up against Liverpool, isn't he? Game week 2 up against Liverpool away from home. Ayer, Calafiori, Shaw, Williams on the bench. Maybe you do have to sell with Hinchelwood, so move him on there. So probably would. In the Jacob Ramsey and Slater situation, the defender have is Kadioglu versus Chelsea. You didn't chance EP in the rain this year, saw a doctor. Yeah, that's the reason I didn't go. Sorry, to get this stream done. Sold my tickets after the stream last week. I just wanted to get these streams done early on in the season. Try and push on. Try and get to 10k. Spurs after and die now is right. We'll be hitting on Pook on next week. Rubber Ducky, some spot. If you're in town, give us a shout. I'm around Galway next week. Let me know. I owe you a pint anyway for tuning into these streams. But I don't think of anything on next weekend. I'll probably be about town myself during the day. But let us know and I'll say hello to you if I am about town. Good lad. Spurs after and die now. Yeah, literally just opened Twitter and saw Spurs are in for them. So Spurs in for Savinho, Marmouth. Tottenham are considering a move for Everton forward Iliman Ndiaye, according to French media outlet Foot Mercato. Interesting. So maybe he does start that. We shall see. Right, you didn't chance it. Yeah, we were on about that. Football Palace, my triple captain Bruno Fernandes this week. Wouldn't triple captain him. A haul for Bruno Fernandes is enough for the Ironman when it's so close between Bruno, Haaland. Even a lot of people not considering captain them after the blank last week. So see how you get on. What else are we saying there? It's very risky, but sure, look, there's always more chances. Fair. If you want to go for that move, I know it's a bit of a boring move, but why not? Stay at home with a bag of cans. EP is a washout. Yeah, I'm glad from looking at the Instagram stories and TikToks that I'm not there. It would have been a great weekend all around anyway. It just would have been the living conditions for 3-4 would have been 4 nights if it went down on the Thursday. Yeah, it's not hectic, to be honest with you. Sean Ostrich, same team as you. I will keep team as it is and have Gomez as cover for Ndiaye and roll transfer. Probably the most logical thing to do. There you go. Save your free transfer 2 for next week to get City players in for the Coventry game. All good there. Play 1 DCL, Diop, Rodon, Lafay. Play 1. I'll be playing DCL there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Who to bench DCL? Ndiaye, Sangare. Start Ndiaye. If he doesn't start, Sangare can sub in there. So who is the better? Do you think Ramsey or Slater? Slater is on set pieces. Who are Hull playing again? Hull against Coventry. Could be a scrappy enough game. Maybe Slater just for the set pieces. Maybe why not just go from it's not a great choice of either, to be honest with you. Kareem. Slater on set pieces might get something like he did last week. Why not just go for it? Right, 4:30 here. 2 hours to go until the deadline. 38 likes on stream. Once we hit 2 more likes, we'll open our next pack of cards. We have a few more downstairs. We have, is that the Golden Lion ones or what's that one? And that is the 10 pack. We'll save the 5 pack for later. That's the limited edition ones, I think. Is that a chance of getting a signed one there? I'm not sure. So let's see. What are we saying there? Yeah, Kareem, I'd just go with Slater. So not the most attractive transfers there, to be honest with you. Slater on set pieces might nick something like he did last week. FTBL 07, sell Hinchelwood to who? Barnes, Tavernier, Gross, Slater or Gomez to save up some funds. Nothing wrong with Gomez. Nothing wrong with Gomez if you want to go with that. 5 million starting his position is safe at Brighton. Maybe just go with that. Saw Doctor was at EP in 2022 and got washed out of a tent destroyed after the night one. Nothing worse than that. I think it was 4 years ago. I was at that one as well. Woke up to a puddle of water. It's horrible. I think I'm I'm too old. I'm 29 now to be. I've done 7 years in a tent, 8 years in a tent. If I'm going again, I'd be looking towards glamping. 8 years doing it in tent. It's great doing it. Nothing worse than if the weather was great, the tenting is fine, but just when it's pelting rain, it's just not enjoyable. And it looks like it is. ACIO, start DCL or Lefay? Start DCL. That's what I'll be going for there. DCL. Both on penalties. It's going to be a scrappy game between Leeds and Brentford. I'd just go with that. Yeah, Man City team news. Surely we get some before the deadline. Surely. Lot captain and Bruno Fernandes from what I can see here. Yeah, interesting there, right? I've a good few messages to get back there then as well. What else are we saying? Right, 25-5. Lovely and lovely. Do you think people will be scrambling to get Palmer in their team in the next coming game weeks? Just because they're playing Arsenal next week, maybe game week 4 maybe next week, game week 4 definitely. I'm not sure if I'm mad on getting Palmer this week. I think it's the City lads I'll be focusing on next week with the Coventry game. With Palmer, I'll want him for game week 4. Maybe that's why I might wildcard in game week 4 to get Chelsea in. So either wildcard this week or next week. Just want to see how the game weeks go. João Pedro differential captain, absolutely nothing wrong with that if you're looking for a differential on the captaincy. Even Solis, again, he was electric on Friday night against Coventry. He's very outside shout of a differential if you want to go very rogue, but nothing wrong with going João Pedro. Chelsea looked very good in attack, so I'd probably go with that. Was 1 year, I believe 10 years ago, was a proper tornado. Whole place was flooded up to your knees. Yeah, it's like oxygen. An oxygen spec there. Right, we're 1 like off 40 likes. Once we hit 40 likes, we're going for our next pack of cards. Get the likes up there on stream. Share the stream to your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, your brother, anyone you want, and let's try and get close to the 40 likes on there. Rubber Ducky, don't let one fixture put you off a player. You could do a double free transfer in game week 3 for Palmer and a City mid for Bruno and Mbeumo through. With me having Ndai, it'll probably be me 3 City positions taken up anyway. Could maybe do that for next week for the Everton game, but Bruno could still do well in that Everton game as well. But they have a big job on after having a poor one. After having a poor result last week. Oxygen was amazeballs. Unfortunately, I never got there. But the lineups I had were absolutely crazy at Oxygen, surely. The lineup at EP is good this year, though. Sunday night looks really good. Right, any other news on stream? Yeah, it's a chill stream this week now. Few questions here over on the Patreon. Need to get back to there. The big day is December, right? Or what about bench boost? I would blame the stag. Yeah, I had one of my members of the Patreon didn't use his bench boost because he was on the stag. So he's got Sangare, Rodon, Van Uwick. Ndai is only issue. Ndai is the only issue. If he doesn't play, it messes the bench boost. So we shall see on that. Grand. Vivid is a bench of Kinski, Ayer, Gomez and Bobby Thomas good enough for a bench boost, or do I wait for my wildcard? Kinski, Ayer, Gomez and Bobby Thomas. Nothing wrong with that bench boost at all. I probably would go for it. Amble will become a massive band. Love them. They're unreal. Amble are my favourite band as well. Rubber Ducky. The lead singer is from Leitrim as well. Robbie Cunningham. They're absolutely flying. They are flying. What about benching and die for Ayer or Rodon? Start and die. We were actually in Mary's pub in Dublin, Rubber Ducky, about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Oh, we're sure for the United game. Yeah, we were there the day after the United game. We went into Mary's pub. Very mad they've got a wow burger downstairs, but it was lovely. And the Guinness was good there too. So 2 thumbs up for Mary's Pub. Great tune and great pub all the same. Right, I can just see we hit 40 likes on stream there. Time for pack number 2. Keep the questions coming. We were over on TikTok. What was it? It was just all in die questions, yeah, over on TikTok. But before I keep going, pack number 2. We haven't got a numbered card just yet. Can you get a numbered card? Is there? You can surely get autograph cards, but we haven't been lucky as of yet. I just can't get over these are $4.25 for 1 pack. Alcaraz of Everton up first. Gabriel Martinelli is surely be gone. That's a nice card though, very clean silver look on that. Kevin Phillips, wow, that's cool. Kevin Phillips classic, very heavy card as well. Kevin Phillips, star of the Premier League. Who is that? Jacob Ramsey. Somebody was asking for Ramsey. Maybe that's a sign to play Ramsey instead. SPL 19. Don't even know what that means with these cards. Iliman Ndiaye. Or is that? No, sorry. Oh, it is. What? What's going on here? That's Isaac. Oh, there we go. Right. Isaac first. That's why this was stuck. This Ndiaye card was stuck. If that's a sign to keep Ndiaye, maybe it is. Isaac, that's a very clean card. Beast mode Isaac. Ndiaye there. Surely that means he's going to start and come away with a haul. Brentford lad there. Connacht. Junior Krupi. Future stars. That's a nice one there. Lovely. And then Phil Foden, who's got a performance to put in tonight now if he wants to get into my team next week. Lovely. We got Ndiaye. Next pack now is something like a limited edition pack, so we'll get into that once we hit 60. I'm having a headache. Who to bench between Ndiaye, Semenyo and Calvert-Lewin? Probably Ndiaye out of those. Calvert-Lewin. Maybe start Ndiaye if probably bench Calvert-Lewin. Start Ndiaye. If Ndiaye starts, I'd favour him getting a return instead of Calvert-Lewin. And then if Ndiaye doesn't start, he won't be in the squad. Calvert-Lewin can sub in for you there then as well. Keeping Ndiaye now, Danny. That's fair enough. Rolling this week, Mbeumo number 1 on the boot list. We'll see how this week goes. Exactly, yeah, he's high up on the bench, or he's high up on the boot, or the booting list, not the bench boots, the booting list for me as well. Would you play Rodon or Ayer, Dusty? More chance of Ayer getting some defcon, so I'd go with Ayer there. I do think both of them concede. So yeah, that's what I'd be saying there. Rolling this week, grand. It's either Hume Rodon for the back 4 or Gross for a 3-4-3. Go with Gross. He could be moved up into that attacking position for Brighton with Hinchelwood out. On penalties then as well. Go with that. Just seen some TikToks from my EP. I shouldn't laugh, but duck me. It's hilarious how bad it is. I wouldn't put my family out there, and they are tugs. Horrible weather right now, yeah. It looked alright this morning, unless it's calmed down a bit today, but yeah, it looked horrendous. Absolutely horrific at there last night anyway. If you were going down to put up a tent there today, that is terrible. So no, I wouldn't. I'm not too fussed on the FOMO. Any news Moyes said about Ndiaye's situation? He just said that they wouldn't be selling their best players. That's specifically not Ndiaye. So I don't know. I have, as I said, I've got Gomez on the bench if needs be. You can always sub in if needs be. Nico Williams or Shaw. Nico Williams, don't see them keeping out Liverpool or him getting an attack and return there. So no, I'd leave that off. All good there. Isaac or Haaland up Galway. Wonder if they show the matches at EP. We tried to leave 1 year. They don't know. We tried to leave one year to go into the town to watch. I think it was United Burnley. At least Bruno Fernandes got his penalty return. That was it last year. Yeah, United against Burnley. We didn't win. We just stayed around the arena anyway. But yeah, I'm happy enough to watch the watch the games in the comfort of my home. Yeah, just on the Ndai situation, have you cover Chelsea or Cheesy Rip? Have you got cover for Ndai if he doesn't start? Make sure you have something on the bench. All in Ndai news on Twitter. All Ndai, fair. Hey Niall, any news on Ndai? I'm not sure who to bench between Ndai, Sangare and Calvert-Lewin. Start Ndai and Sangare. If Ndai doesn't start, you have Calvert-Lewin to sub in. Again, he'll either play no minutes or he'll start. Start Sangare or Andres Santos. Definitely Sangare there, Frankie. Start Ballard or Pascal Gross. Start Pascal Gross. That Chelsea defence is very poor. They might get something from a set piece, so I'd go with that. Alright, get that done and locked in. Right, good stuff. Let's keep this going. Would you free hit next week? I only have Haaland as Man City assets. Got Calafiori, Solis and JP playing against Ndai against Triple United. Plan us a wildcard game week 6. I could be pushing to free hit or wildcard myself is right there. Triple Arsenal against Chelsea isn't ideal. Unless João Pedro, he's so high owned anyway. You just have to hope for an Arsenal clean sheet, which could be something that I might have to hope for as well if I don't go for a bench boot or for a free hit. Could be pushing to a wildcard as well with the team I have. Again, White, Maguire, Kinski, Mbeumo, Ndai, 5 players there. I'd be looking to get rid of straight off the back of this week anyway. But we're well set up for this week. It's just how we're set up for the weeks thereafter. Santos isn't even an option. Definitely not. What is your plan in game week 4? Wildcard free hit depends. If a free hit this, I could easily play wildcard 3 or sorry wildcard 4 free hit 3. Just if I have a poor week this week, which I don't think I will anyway. United have to get something against Ipswich. They have to put in a performance, and then I'm very confident, could be stupidly confident that Arsenal get their clean sheet against Aston Villa. Should I keep Ndai in a bench boost? Check mid. I probably would move him on the bench boost. If you're looking towards bench boost, if your bench is strong, I probably would move on Ndai just to make sure you get that extra couple of points. Sangare might get you a 4. It's just hard to know on Ndai. He easily could start. He easily could be left out completely if those deals are going through. But he's heavily linked with Spurs now as well, so it's hard to say on that. Senan in the chat, Senan, good man. Well, Niall, start Hume or Ayer and Shade or DCL. Good luck with the channel this year, pal. Appreciate that. Start Hume or Ayer. Probably Hume for the more fun, enticing attacking pick there. And start Shade or DCL. That's what I go for there. Appreciate that, man. Shum, start Maguire, Ayer or Hume. Already starting Lamans. I think you have to double down on United. Not ideal. I'd be doubling down. Not ideal at all, but go for it. You have the fixture. You started with double United for a reason. Chelsea and Man United starting game week 4 is good. I can't lie. Who are City having game week 4? They've us, no? Yeah, we've us. They've us away from home. Chelsea and Man City starting game GM4. Who do I choose between Palmer or Rodgers? Palmer is JP, Palmer, Rodgers in that order there. T3G is what I'll be saying there. JP, Palmer, Rodgers in that order for the Chelsea assets. Rodgers or Palmer there, yeah, Palmer there. Best Ndai replacements if I wildcard in game week 3. Sangare. It's boring, but Sangare. Chelsea and Man City, yeah, is good, fair enough. Do I think Hinchelwood price will decrease before game week 3? Probably will. It'll definitely decrease any over the next weeks or so. Good stuff. Hi Niall, any suggestions on the best game week for the use of a bench boost chip between 2 to 19? What's your bench, Ramad DM? Let me know your bench, and then the only way you can decide is whatever bench you have. If you've got a Coventry bench this week, if you're well set up, use your Coventry lads on the bench boost. But let me know your bench, and then that's the only way you can plan from that. Any chance Sangare is a fluke, or is he now a no-brainer transfer in this week? Not a no-brainer transfer in this week. If you've no other issues, save it. But with Sangare, sorry, he's got that Defcon. JP Morgan Bank, I saw that. Cheese rip. Palmer didn't like it at all. JP Morgan Bank, yeah, I saw that. Alright. Any chance Sangare is a fluke? I don't think so, Alex. He's good value for what he offers. Good chance of Defcon. Good chance of attacking returns, as we saw last week. 2 assists for that. Now I had him in my second last draft, but again, the reason I got Sangare, or sorry, I got rid of Sangare was to afford White. I'm happy enough with that. I got Gomez as well, so Gomez and White got 6-17, we'll say. Sangare got 14. I would have had Ballard and Sangare. Scored more points with Gomez and White, so let's see how it. I like the way you say Sangare. Appreciate that. Loads of new subs there. Wow, we really do appreciate that. We're 9,470. We're 30 subs off hitting 9.5k. Any chance we can do that before the end of the stream? We've got an hour and 40 minutes or so. 45 watching. Get liking the stream there. Share the stream around. Appreciate that. That's great to see. Good stuff. What are we saying here then? Nolan, Mosquera or Robertson? Worried about Consa taking Mosquera's minutes. Fair enough, yeah. Also, which 2 out of 3 in midfield? Ndai, Solis and Xhaka. Start Ndai and Solis. Xhaka first sub. Also, is having my starting lineup from only 16 is a mistake. Definitely not early on. It's fine. Same as myself. How many have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 teams in my starting 11. So look, nothing wrong with that early on. I'm trying to attack the early fixtures. That's exactly why you make these moves, and then looking to free hit our wildcard early on. So all good with that. Sangare isn't a fluke. No, I don't think so. Hit the likes, guys. We need to push. Appreciate that. Just famous. What are we saying there? What's wrong with maybe the way I'm saying Sangare? Hume or Lefay? Start Lefay there on penalties. I know Hume should be playing in that attacking position then as well. I'd start Lefay there. Haaland or João Pedro on captain. Haaland there, yeah. If you're not on João Pedro, if you're not on a United asset, Haaland next one there. I do think he scores tonight. It's just a case of how many. Right, all good there. Lovely stuff. Cheers, man. Right, lovely. Right, let's get this in here to my own one. There we go. Bang. Not sure on Ndai starting, but lovely, grand. Haaland or João Pedro? Yeah, go with Haaland there. Thanks for the response. Do you think Mosquera will start and make 60 on Nolan? I think he will. I think he's fine for this week. I think Arteta goes with that same back four that got the clean sheet against Coventry. It's only then after he said Consa is ready. It'd be very harsh to. I know he's an Arsenal player now, but it'd be pretty harsh to start Consa against his old team with everything going on. But yeah, I do think Mosquera is fine for this week. He might become an issue thereafter. Even Ben White could be an issue. Consa can play right back. He's played right back before for Aston Villa. And again, Timber is back on grass, but he's not back with the group. That's another thing then as well. There could be another thing to push him into an early wildcard as well if White's minutes are questioned. Lovely, right. Starred Ayer or Ballard? I think both will concede. Ayer a better chance of Defcon. Probably Ayer. Pity now you're benching Ballard. He's 5 million. He's a lot of money for what he is. Thoughts of rolling, but tempted to bring in Sangare for Ndai. No. Save. Move. Gomez first. Sub. Grand. Yeah, we're on Bruno, captain, all good. Best first sub. Kinski, Hume, Shaw, Calafiori, and Ndai, Palmer, Thomas for Defcon. Yes. Lovely, grand. Yeah, start Ayer or Ballard. I'd be saying Ayer. Right, 5 to 5, an hour and 37 minutes until the deadline. Any other questions, do send them in. I know it's nice and calm deadline stream after the hectic one last week, but keep the questions coming in. I'm going to be live for the next hour and a half, so keep it coming in. Nolan, are we sure Ndai will play? Don't mind benching him for Robertson or Xhaka if necessary. Are we sure Ndai will play? Don't mind benching him for Robertson or Xhaka if necessary. Are we sure? Yeah, Ndai. Do you mind? Don't mind benching him for Robertson or Xhaka. Have Xhaka first sub. If Ndai doesn't play, he doesn't play. You can have someone coming in there for him. Am I overthinking who to start between Kinski and Verbruggen? You haven't touched much in it tonight. Am I overthinking? I think both will concede there. Will it's just a fact of Kinski and Verbruggen. Kinski has the home fixture. I'd be leaning towards Kinski just on the basis of that, and the fact they're playing at home as well, and Poro and Mickey van de Ven are back. Right, I'm going to go live on TikTok at the same time as well, so we're going to be multitasking to the max here. So let's keep this going, move this more this way then as well. Grand. Baha there, go and die to Sangara. No, keep and die if you can. Nicole, my dad has already used his wild card. I'm trying to tell him to pick up Palmer with it because everyone will get him on their wild card. Bad advice. Yeah, I'd go for Palmer if you can. He's gonna be in everyone's team from game week 4 onwards, definitely. Maybe not 3 with the Arsenal fixture. So we're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube here then as well. You can see me. I'm looking at 2 things here. So I'm going to jump in between TikTok and YouTube here. We said we'd try it for the crack. Am I overthinking who to start between Kinski and Verbruggen? No, I think both will concede. Go with Kinski. He's got the home fixture. Nicole, tell him to get Palmer is right. We're live here on TikTok as well. How much Guinness is on Pucon these days? It's been a few years. I actually haven't been in on Pucon in a good while there. I stick to Mary Mullins or MP Walsh's, so I haven't been there in ages. But I'd imagine it's around 6 something. Do we think that Petrovic is likely to start against Everton even with Bournemouth's goalkeeper new signing? Yeah, the Greggio, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe he might get away with this week because he was unfortunate to lose that clean sheet. But if you have him on the bench, maybe you have to go for it. Isak captain here from Hasbullah. Don't think it's worth Isak captain because he's not on penalties there. No, I'd leave that off. Start Lefay or Hume. Go with Lefay there. Perfect. Making sure I'm not leading him down the wrong path with his first time playing FPL. Yeah, tell him get Palmer. He'll want him from 4 onwards. I wouldn't take both Arsenal fullbacks. Having a put, oh, Jesus, Rashford start. Don't get Rashford in the team there. Nicole there, thanks for always answering the questions. You are seriously the best, Nicole. No problem at all. Cheers for tuning in on the. So we're live on YouTube. Anyone on the TikTok live here? I'm live on YouTube then as well. So that's why I'm looking at both here. Loads of new followers coming in there. I really do appreciate that. Solis as captain. Nothing wrong with it if you want to be somewhat rogue. On Pucon has to be cheaper than the time I seen you in Humphreys. Us Dubs got notions. Tut. Maybe 6 something anyhow, I'd imagine in the Pucon. Brentford a good pick for last man standing. I think that's going to be a draw. I wouldn't go near that. Keep spamming the likes there on the stream there as well on TikTok and YouTube there as well. We're going to open one of these. You know what? Once we hit 1k on TikTok, we'll open one of these. We're doing 40 on YouTube. We're on the road to 60 likes on the YouTube stream, but keep spamming that and we're going to open one of these. I've plenty more downstairs. Maybe I have to go down and get some as well on the TikTok stream here. Nicole, didn't know you had a TikTok too. Yeah, I'm trying to grow the TikTok channel then as well. Maybe I should be doing this the whole time, going live on YouTube and TikTok. Maybe I should be doing that. Air doing a great impression of Maguire. He doesn't know where to look. Exactly. At least I'm not grabbing Mazraoui. How many have we on the YouTube here? Let's see. 40 on the YouTube. We have 20 something on Instagram there. Keep spamming the likes there then as well. Garcia, captain for Fulham. Don't do that. Don't know who to pick, Ayer or Calvert-Lewin. Definitely Calvert-Lewin. Definitely Calvert-Lewin over that. I've got Kinski, Muharamovic, Thomas, Maguire, Gabriel, Sangare. Nicole with the rose over from YouTube to TikTok. Nicole, absolute legend. Thank you. Good woman, Nicole. Wow, she's going from YouTube to TikTok. Love that, Nicole. Really do appreciate that. Palmer captain this week. No, nothing wrong with it. I prefer Bruno Fernandes. Vuskovic or Tarkowski for this game week. Tarkowski there. Both have a good shout of DEFCON. Tarkowski better shout of a clean sheet. Vuskovic up against Chelsea. Chelsea definitely scoring that one. Don't know who to pick, Calvert-Lewin or Ayer. Calvert-Lewin. Haaland or Bruno Fernandes there. Over on TikTok. Galway Shell's predictions there. Galway just about 1-0. It's going to be a scrappy game. 100% on stream on both. Definitely, yeah. DCL or Shada this week. DCL there, Mark on TikTok. Joe Pedro captain or Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes there, Sean. What am I doing with Ndai? I have him in the team there. I've got Gomez first sub if needs be, so that's what we're going with there. Having Sangare first sub seems just wrong. Only options to bench are Shad or Gonzalo. What do you think? If you want to sub in Sangare, do just with two Brentford lads there. Not too confident on that then as well. Keep spamming the TikTok stream there. We've 57 in the TikTok, which is great. We were on 130 on TikTok earlier, and keep those followers coming in. Do appreciate that. Thoughts on bench boost? But it's Kinski, Luke Shaw, Lefay and Gross. Nothing wrong with that. Gross will be playing in that attacking position surely, with Hinchelwood out for the next while. Go with that. Start Shada or Muharamovic. Always start the attacker. Go with that. Start the attacker. Start Hume, the Cooper, Shaw or Rodon. Shaw out of those. The Cooper will be playing attacking. I do think Chelsea get a couple, but Shaw. Guinness 680 and on Pukon saw Doctor. Very fair. From your experience, Will, does being more or less risky pay off in FPL? I always try differential captain every other week, but it rarely works. At the start of the season, always stick close to the template. Always stick close to the template. And then you can go off. Just going for my own team there, I took a punt on Ben White. I was very template with the team. One punt thankfully paid off with White. Wouldn't even say Sully's is a punt. He was around 20% owned anyway for game week 1, but Ben White definitely was. And yeah, nothing wrong with one or two differentials. Just stick to the template there, Will. That's how you'll get up the ranks then. Stick it there. On the captaincy then as well, there's weeks where Haaland will have a difficult fixture. That's where you go against him. Would you start Ndai over Sangare? Start Ndai. If you haven't Ndai, start him. If he doesn't start, he won't be in the squad. Leave him on. He'll just sub in for Sangare. I've got Gomez. Andrew McCarthy here. Start Maguire or Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin there. Always the attacker. Start Maguire if you can there. Palmer or Bruno for the captaincy. Bruno I'm on. What was my points last year? Was 34k overall last year. Quadruple Arsenal defence. Why not? Why Kinski instead of Verbruggen? Both will concede. I'm not mad on going with the. I'm not mad with the keepers this week. Both will concede, so I'm looking towards Kinski just because he has that home fixture. Keep spamming the likes there then as well. We've got 104 over on TikTok for now. I think we've 40 or something over on YouTube here then as well. If you're watching us on TikTok, I have a link to my YouTube in my bio. I'm on the road to 10k subscribers on YouTube. Go over there, click subscribe on the channel if you are watching us on TikTok here. We're trying to get to 9.5k on today's stream, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Put Sangari in, fair enough. Just joined. Are you keeping Ndai, Captain Kelly? I think I'm going to keep him this week. He might play as a farewell game. He might. If he doesn't, I've got Gomez. He's well capable of getting something. If not, 2 points is 2 points. It's fine. Would you start Ndai over Sangare? If there weren't any rumours, I'd be starting Ndai definitely on penalties. If he wasn't going, Ndai definitely. Harry Blaine, it's Niall Harry. I'm not FPL Harry, I'm FPL Air. It's Niall Blaine. I was planning on bench boosting 2, but own Sangare of Forest. Do I sell to Slater? Hold the bench boost or still play it without a transfer? But own Sangare of Forest, not ideal. Who else on the bench boost there, Blaine? Let us know. Robbie or Rogers? Rogers out of those. White, Vardy, or Konsa. White this week. Do you think Mosquera would start for Arsenal this week? I think he starts this week. Minutes could be numbered now for the next while. Verts, yes or no? Yes, this week. If you have him, keep him. We're nearly on 2k likes on TikTok there. Keep spamming that like button there. And if you haven't followed us already on TikTok, click that follow button. We've 130 now watching us on TikTok. Noah Russell for the follow there. Appreciate that. Good stuff. What would you do with Ndai if you're bench boosting this week? Probably move on Ndai. It's just the uncertainty around Ndai starting. That's the only thing. Should I put Palmer in for Bruno? No, keep Bruno in. Should I play a bench boost? Depends who your bench boost is. Will Kushinov play? Wouldn't be mad on that City defender. Why Spurs keeper I've got for Bruggen down there. Think both will concede. Kinsey's got the home fixture. That's why. What would you do with Ndai if you're a bench boosting this week? Move him on. Thoughts on Ryan of Bournemouth as a bench boost differential? Not mad at him completely now. Sorry for the remainder of the bench is Ampadu, Rodon and Rushford. Rushford has a good chance of a clean sheet against Hull. Rodon some defcon, Ampadu some defcon. I probably would lock it in, yeah. You're looking, as long as you get 10 points on a bench boost, you're happy enough with that. That's the probably minimum I'll be wanting on a bench boost. JP or Haaland, right? You know what? When we hit 5k likes, we'll open this on TikTok here. We're nearly on 2k likes. Keep spamming on the deadline stream there over on TikTok. Keep spamming that like button. We're nearly on 2k. We'll open these cards once we get to 5k. Maybe that's a big ask, but we're on 2k nearly now. Ndai or Brobby to start Ndai. If he doesn't play, you'll get Brobby into the team. If you are joining on YouTube, I'm doing this for the first time of going live on TikTok as well. So we've got 130 watching us on TikTok for now. We've about 50 or so I think watching us on YouTube. Am I right in saying that? Yeah, 50. So a good show. Anyone else who follows me on TikTok, whoever follows me on TikTok, they always don't realise I have a YouTube channel. The YouTube link to my YouTube is in my bio as well. So if you are the 150 now on TikTok watching us, head over in the link, click subscribe. We're trying to hit 10k subscribers on YouTube. Any possibility of Konsa being the 11 this week? Definitely is. I think it'd be slightly harsh on Mosquera if he doesn't start. I think Arteta goes with that same back four as he did against Coventry, and then it's thereafter. Then he'll probably be losing a spot to Konsa. But then as well, Konsa can play right back. I've got White in my team there as well. Maybe White could be an issue. Nearly 2.5k likes. We're nearly halfway there for the 5k on TikTok. Kinski over Bruggen. I'm on Kinski myself. Any possibility of Ndai starting? It's hard to know. If you have Ndai start him, just make sure you've got cover on your bench there then as well. Nolan Lewis, what players would you target for game week 3? Triple City is what I'll be wanting to target for game week 3. I've got only Haaland. I'm going to save my free transfer this week, but I will be looking towards getting at least two City. If I haven't Ndai in the team here, if he goes to City, that's going to be another one of my City spots gone. But I will be looking towards the likes of an Mbeumo to Semenyo, and maybe downgrade Maguire to 4.5 million defender to afford Semenyo and get triple City. That's probably what I will do. Maybe looking at a wild card then in game week 4. 2.6k on TikTok, unbelievable, class to see that. Get following on TikTok there. Just click that button there and get following us. We're on the road to 10k followers on TikTok as well. Which three? Might use my save free transfers, free hit if necessary. Arsenal and Chelsea class, City and Liverpool with easy fixtures. Appreciate the content. Owen Meehan, member of the YouTube channel. Owen, great to see. Did you get your jersey on? It said it got delivered the last day. And what jersey did you get? Was it the what did it even? Yeah, it was the mystery kit. Let me know on what you got. So Owen, if you're watching on TikTok here, I have a prize league over on YouTube. The code is on screen on my YouTube. All you have to do is subscribe and join the league on YouTube. Owen is in my YouTube chat here. He came second. I sent him out a mystery kit from Classic Football Shirts. He's going to let us know what he got here if he sees that message. No Van Heck, no like. I've said it before. Paul, my lad, in the chat. Paul, we're multitasking to the max here. We've got 135 on TikTok watching us, and we have 50 on YouTube. Maybe I should be doing this every week. Is Ndai going to play? I have him. I have cover on the bench if needed. Lafayette to Solis, good use of free transfer. I probably would do it just to get Solis in. He's that good. Solis is so good. I have him there myself under Ndai for the TikTok viewers. Konsa, Van Uwijk, Crooks and Steele. Should I play a bench boost? No, I don't think Konsa's going to play. Steele won't play. Maybe not. Leave it at that. Where do I buy my jersey? This is my father's jersey. Legia Warsaw jersey. Very nice. Is that a good return, Owen? I'm not sure. For 50 quid. Is it good? Send me a picture on Instagram. I'll have a look at it. Maybe it is a nice jersey, but maybe that wasn't the best return on a mystery kit. Maybe I should have got you that Ireland one I was on about. But send us a pic, give us a look at it and see what you got. Konsa, Van Uwijk, Crooks and Steele. Should I play bench boost? I don't think so. Noah, no, leave that off. Opinions on Solly's captain. I love that man, Solly's. Would I captain him? Maybe not this week. I'd leave it with Bruno Fernandes. A few new followers there coming in on TikTok then as well. If you are joining us on TikTok, click that follow button there for FPL content throughout this season then as well. We're ramping up the content on social. Lucy, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Right, what are we saying here? I'm a United fan. I am indeed. Do you think Konsa is going to start? Not this week. He will be fine to start thereafter. 4.5 million in FPL. He'll be good value in FPL. Everybody's going to have him. He's going to be a template pick, especially if he nails down that spot, which he should do if Arsenal are playing that much for him. Play Ndiaye or Sangare. Play Ndiaye, and then if Ndiaye doesn't play, he'll either start. If he doesn't start, he won't be in the squad. You can get Sangare into the team. I've got Gomez on my bench. He can sub in if needs be. Owen, no bother at all, good man. Richie over on YouTube, what do you make of Robertson as a 4.5 million option in the fence? Not mad on the Spurs defence. I know I've got Kinski and goals here. I have Kinski for the next while until I wildcard. Could be a wildcard for game week 4 if I'm looking towards getting the City lads in next week for the likes of Mbeumo, even Bruno Fernandes if he doesn't do well this week. But let's see how we get on. The Cooper, Foden, Gross, bench 1 Gross. The Cooper and Foden play those. But replace Gross with who? Play Gross. Gross is going to be surely in that number 10 position with Hinchelwood out injured, so I'd leave that off and leave him in the team. Do you think Havertz will start? Yes, he's not a great pick in FPL though. Gyökeres, if Alvarez even goes to Arsenal, too much uncertainty around those Arsenal minutes, so I'd leave that off there. We're nearly on 3k likes on TikTok. Once we hit 5k, we're going to open that pack there. Terra over on the YouTube chat. Semenyo, Thiago, DCL or Solly's bench 1. That's the worst thing about having a no Haaland draft. You have a bench and headache all the time. Bench 1 out of those. Semenyo, Thiago, DCL or Solly's. Not ideal there. Out of those, DCL just. I'd be hoping to start them all really, but you can't, I'm guessing. Should I bench Brobby? All depends for who. Start Muharamovic or Vardiol there. Try and start the two if you can. Muharamovic probably going to concede. Good chance of DEFCON there as well. Keep the questions coming in on the YouTube stream then as well. We've an hour and 18 minutes to go until the deadline. All about Ndiaye, yeah. All about Ndiaye. If you're joining, I have Ndiaye in the team. Gomez first sub. I'm happy enough with that. What do you think about Maguire, captain? Leave it off. Could get an attacking return though. Maguire plus Shaw or Hume. If you have the United double up, I'm not fond of it, to be honest with you. Maybe you leave it off and go elsewhere. Start DCL, Ayer or Sangare. Leaning towards Sangare currently. Fair. Nothing wrong with that. Lemtro on YouTube here. Have Shada in my first 11 and Hume on bench. Would you recommend transferring either out? Hume isn't a bad shout either for this week. Fulham at home. Shada, I wouldn't go with wouldn't go transfer him out. Let me know who the rest of your team there is, Lemon Throw, and I will get back to you. But Kevin Shada, not a bad differential pick at all if you want to go with that. Hanny, buy Frimpong or Vardiol. Wouldn't buy either, to be honest with you. Let me know the rest of your defence. Try and veer away from the voice is overheating. The phone is overheating with this live. Maybe it's from the laptop there. Frimpong or Vardiol. Vardiol if I was picking one. On TikTok here, keep those likes coming in on stream. We're on 3k likes on TikTok, 119 watching us. If you haven't clicked follow on TikTok, get clicking it there. Marmouche is going to be the surprise shout this week. It's just a pity he's a forward in FPL. It's just a pity he's a forward. Lefay or Verts there from Broder. Not Killian Bruder, is it, on the YouTube stream here. Lefay or Verts. What's happening with Ndai is because he's leaving, he might not start. Exactly, that's exactly the reason. You think Ndai will play as he's linked with Man City? I'm starting Ndai. Gomez can sub in. What are we saying here? Yeah, we've 40 over on the YouTube. If anybody's watching us on TikTok, get over to the YouTube channel and click subscribe. We're trying to hit 9.5k. Antos98 over on the YouTube stream. Hope all is good. Start Rodon or Ayer. Currently on Rodon due to owning DCL. Nothing wrong with that. Ayer probably better shout of getting Defcon. Much of a muchness really between the two of them. Keep spamming the likes there on TikTok. We're on 3k likes. Let's try and get to 5k. We'll open that pack of Topps card. Michael sent you a message on Discord. Does that mean I'm gonna have to go out to the TikTok live? Will that kill it? If maybe will you send it on the chat, Michael, if you can? I just can't get into the Discord here. I'm currently streaming on TikTok as well, but I will get back to in a bit there too. Thanks, man, appreciate it. No bother. Savio will be a good pick in future. Mark my words. Very fair. Need to have 3 phones or 2 phones if I'm gonna be streaming on TikTok as well. Keep the follows coming in on TikTok. Thank you, Big Boss there. What a disaster of the team. Appreciate that, lad. Love to see that. Opinions on Konsa. Maybe not this week. Thereafter, 4.5 million. He'll be great value then. If I have Hume as my first sub, Gross as second. If Ndai doesn't start, I'd move Gross to first sub. He might get something against Chelsea. Gross or Ndai, who to start? Ndai, have Gross first bench then. Rest of my team is Kinski, Maguire, Calafiori, Gvardiol, Shade, Mbuemo, Bruno, Solis, JP, Haaland, DCL with Verbruggen, Rodon and Slater on the bench. Looks good there. How's my bench there? I've got Gomez, Rodon and Diop on my bench. Xhaka or Odegaard to start. Odegaard there for sure. Ryan, need to bench one of Hume, Muhramovic and Lefay DCL. Bench one, I'd be starting DCL. Bench Lefay there. How's your bench there? Yeah, Gomez, Diop and Rodon on my bench. Gomez first sub. Sub in Gross, Lefay for Mbuemo. Definitely not. Asheen here over on YouTube. Definitely not. Keep spamming that hard button there on the TikTok live there. Do I have an FPL league? I do. Head on over to my YouTube channel in my bio. I've got a prize league there over on YouTube. Get entering there. Free to enter. All you have to do is click subscribe. That's all you have to do to enter. Point scoring is from Game Week 1 as well. I can't have a Leeds player in my team for family reasons. Very fair, Tom. I can afford Robbie up front. What do you think? Go for Robbie. So Barry is a good shout for Everton. Sorry, if Ndai is gone, Barry's going to be on penalties. Get going there. Starting Ndai or Maguire. If Ndai was definitely starting, I'd be starting Ndai, but surely you can start Ndai and Maguire. If Ndai doesn't start, somebody else can sub in there. Thomas or Williams. Thomas of Coventry. Yes. We're the -4 to get Salah. Go for it. What are you playing? The Turkish fantasy. Do I think Konsa starts? Not this week. I think maybe next week thereafter. Mbuemo captain. Why not? Remove your background noise on TikTok. The laptop's going mad, so we'll go here. What about starting Muhramovic over Enzo Lefay Gross? No, I wouldn't. Calafiori or Hume? Definitely Hume. There's a bench there for ones asking on TikTok. Over on YouTube here, what about starting Muharamovic over Enzo, Lefebvre or Gross? No, start the attackers. Would I go Brobby up front, Tom? Probably would. Probably would there. Verts or Sullies this week? Sullies, definitely. Definitely Sullies. Michael Murphy, who would you play bench boost with? Bruggen, Kinski, Muharamovic, Maguire, Calafiori, Iron, Nico Williams, Tonali, Fernandez, Shad, Sully, Soboslai, DC. A very strong team. Yes, get it played there. Definitely get it played. Will White definitely play? Never for certain, but Timber isn't back in training yet. He's all good to go there. All good to go. Right, over on YouTube here, lovely stuff. Gran, if you are watching on the TikTok stream, I have a YouTube channel as well where we're live streaming here as well. Michael Murphy, get that locked in though. Why Verts over Lefebvre? Liverpool at home. I know Sunderland are at home. They were poor. They were poor last week, but if you have Verts, if you're paying that premium price tag for Verts, you have to be starting them. Joe Pedro captain, nothing wrong with Joe Pedro if you wanna go with that. Hinchell one injured, disaster. Sell or keep. 3 midfielders currently like yours, Bart and Dye. If you don't have a Dye, you're fine. So if you cover on the bench, all good. Just keep your transfer. Don't transfer out Hinchelwood. If you've cover, you might have a Sangara who can just play. Hume for Calafiori. If you have the funds, go for it there. Red 19, go for it. Why BRUNO over HAALAND? Just United at home. That's what I'm going for. United at home. That's the reason I'm saying it. Calafiori captain, nothing wrong with it if you want to go for it. Sangari or Gakpo or Odegaard. Odegaard, I like out of those. Odegaard. Hume for Calafiori. If that's only issue in your team, go for it. Treslin Pelé, good to see a man on the YouTube. Start Hume, DCL or Rodon. Hume, DCL or Rodon. Are we still streaming here? The YouTube is still going, are we? We are. Laptop is going mad with this stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. How do I join the league? If you're watching the stream there, Sam, the league code is just under my face cam on YouTube. League code is there. Get over there. Get sorted. Are we still live? We should be. We are, yeah. We're going for the last hour and 51 minutes or so on YouTube. Appreciate the sub, Sam. Good man. Get entering that league. Good man. 94 in the chat there on TikTok. A few sharing the live. How do you make subs? Get over to the YouTube channel there, user 279, and get subscribing. Am I going to the Galway game? I'm streaming till 6:30, so one of time to get to the Galway game. Yes, YouTube going. Good stuff. Gomez, my other midfielder. Dylan Hogan, you're all good, sir. All good. So, Michael, sorry, Michael, I missed your message here. Kinski, Verbruggen, Maguire, Calafiori, Nico Williams, Diop, 09, Bruno Fernandez, Mbuemo, Gross, Ndai, Foden, Pedro, HAALAND, DCL. One free transfer, roll. Playing Ndai, Gross first sub there, Michael. You're good to go. Sorry, I couldn't get back to it on the phone here because I'm on TikTok. Starting Hume or over Calafiori? Definitely not. No, Calafiori over Hume. That clean sheet for Arsenal should be a lock-in. You've almost completely copied FPL Harry. I don't think so. My bench, no, I don't think so. There is a template. It's all about sticking to the template. Start Ballard or Muharamovic. Very close. Muharamovic probably is a better attacking threat. Hume or Aina though. iBrooder on the YouTube here. Hume, go to Hume there, yeah. Would you start Ndai or Brobby? Start one of Konsa, Ballard or Van Uwijk. Go with I'd go with Ballard there. Loads of new subs on YouTube. If you are coming over from TikTok, I really do appreciate that. We're 18 subs on YouTube off hitting 9.5k. Get over to the stream if you haven't done so. Click subscribe on the channel and get entering my prize league as well. Cheers for all the subs there. How are we on the like total on YouTube here? Go down there, click like on the stream if you haven't done so already. 63 likes. Love that. Great to see that as well. That is class. Vissa, Brobby, Thiago, front three. Nothing wrong with that if you want to go. Is Ndai 100% starting? Not 100% starting. Make sure you have cover on the bench as well. Start one of Konsa, Ballard, Van Uwijk. Van Uwijk there, Niall Murphy. Get that into your team there. Right, we're coming into the business end of the stream. Treslin Pelé, bro, you didn't say who to start between Hume, DCL or Rodon. DCL, Treslin Pelé, apologies. You're always on the stream, apologies. Is top 90k decent? It definitely is. It definitely is. If you're on the TikTok, make sure to hit that follow button and get liking on the stream. We're going to open one of these as soon as we hit 5k likes. We're nearly there on the YouTube, or sorry, on the TikTok live stream. And if you are watching, we've nearly 100 watching us here as well. Get over to the YouTube, click subscribe. We're nearly on 9.5k. Appreciate all the subs that'll come over from TikTok. That is class. Maguire or De Cooper. De Cooper is very attacking, but Maguire for that fixture. I'd be going with that. Captain and Sully's here. Dylan Murphy over on YouTube. What do you think? Nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. I'd prefer Haaland or Bruno Fernandes. That's all. Nolan Lewis. Thoughts on this team? Lamans, defenders, White, Mascara, Van Dijk, midfielders, Ndai, Fernandes, Solly, Spurts, attackers, Brobby, DCL, Haaland, benches, Phillips, Xhaka, Robertson, Diop. Nolan Lewis, you're all good there. Just Mascara might be an issue in a couple of weeks' time here. Treslin Play, love that, good man. Tarkowski or Muharamovic to bench. Muharamovic maybe there. Kinski, risky move for goalkeeper. He is, but sure, look. Do I still work on Smiths? Yes, I do their marketing. You'll know me from TikTok, over on Smiths TikTok then as well. Yeah, but I do all their marketing. Bench one of Maguire, Shaw or Hume. Maybe Hume. Not ideal. Michael roll transfer indeed. Yes, get that transfer rolled. Getting my nan's account to give it a like. Appreciate that. Love that. Right, how are we? 25 past 5. How are we looking on stream there then as well? Lovely. Right, we're on 4.5k likes on TikTok. Once we hit 5k likes, we're going to open this pack. I think it's limited edition cards in all these. We were opening them on the YouTube channel then as well. Getting Gonzalo Ramos, watch him get a brace against Sunderland. Maybe you could. Savinho, not mad on Savinho just yet. Bench one of Maguire, Shaw or Hume. I think you have to play the double United defence there. Would you trust Verbruggen? Kinski or Verbruggen won't get a clean sheet. They're no. Much for muchness. I'm going with Kinski just with the home fixture. Bench two of Ayer, Muharamovic, Sangara, Shad and DCL. Sangara. I think you start your 3 attackers there. That's what you go for. If you're on TikTok, hit that follow button. We're on the road to 10k followers on TikTok. Get hitting that there if you haven't done so. Getting mauled by the Tigers. Do I start 2 Coventry defenders, Dean Reardon? If you're looking at that for your bench boost, yeah, that's what I'll be going for there. Would you trust Verbruggen? Leeds or Sunderland defence better? Leeds are a better defence than Sunderland. Good chance of Defcon from Rodon and Muharamovic as well. Hi Era, Astro, start one of Davies, Nico Williams or Munoz. The Magpies will definitely score. Yeah, that's fair enough. As long as he gets his attack, or sorry, his save points, I'll be happy enough with that. Should I play Kinski or Raya? Definitely Raya. Transfer Mascara out for Conser. Not this week. Wait till Conser plays. What's the TikTok, Sakib? FPL Air on TikTok, Sakib. Appreciate that. Maybe I should be doing this the whole time between YouTube and TikTok. I think we're 14 subs off hitting 9.5k on YouTube as well. If you are watching us on TikTok, click the link in my bio. We're trying to hit 9.5k on stream. Fingers crossed we can get it in the next hour, but I think it's only 14 subs off it. Cheers for all the support on TikTok today. That is mad, absolutely mad. Pedro or Soboslai captain. Pedro there. Right, we've hit 6k, or sorry, we've hit 5k. Click that follow button as well on TikTok, lads and ladies. We've hit 5k on TikTok. The deal was when I hit 60 likes on YouTube, we opened this. So here we go then as well. If anyone wants some football cards, top football cards, I'll send them out to you. Honestly, I will. I'm only opening them on stream. But if send me a DM we can send some out to you. We're going to open this one limited edition pack here for the YouTube stream as well, and for the TikTok stream. Get those follows in there as well. Who should I bench and captain? Michael, Bruno Fernandes, bench Gross. There you go. Just scrolling back up to your team here. Where are you gone, Michael? Kinski, Verbruggen, play Kinski, Maguire, Calafiori, Nico Williams are going to have to go. Bruno and Mbeumo, Gross and Dye. Start and Dye, have Gross first sub. Bruno Fernandes captain. You're good to go there. Right, sound. Here we go. Pack. Little breather here. An hour to go until the deadline. 5:30. Right. Is that it? Is that it? Do you know what? I'm going to have to run down and get another pack, because I thought it was going to be a limited edition thing, but it's not at all. That was a bit boring. Do you know what? Stay there for 20 seconds of another pack. I thought it was some golden ballers. I'll be back in a sec. We are back here, right? I couldn't leave the TikTok ones after giving us 5k likes for that. We're back with more packs here, right? Here we go, ripping this open. That was very disappointing. We only had 5, and I thought it was going to be all limited edition. Anyway, right, we're back on YouTube and TikTok here, right? Here is our pack here. Rookie Bailey Joseph on the YouTube stream there then as well. Dominic Solanke. These are the tops. 26, 27. Ollie Watkins. Nobody would want to see that as a Villa fan. Sean Longstaff here then as well. Sims. Somebody was asking about Sims on the YouTube stream. Maybe that's your signal to start them. Beast Mode, Conor Gallagher. Marmouche, who's going to Spurs, as we all know. Nico O'Reilly, Benjamin Sesko up next as well. Bit of a disappointing pack then as well. I can't get over the 5. I thought that was 5 limited editions, but it wasn't. And Van Heck finishing off there then as well. Ballard, Maguire or Vardiol. Ballard, Maguire or Vardiol. Vardiol. Right, back to the YouTube stream here. Dean, I'm thinking of starting 2 Coventry defenders. Have Igor Jesus, Slater and Vuskovic on the bench, but don't like their fixtures. Very fair. I'd start the Coventry lads there then as well. Michael, let me know if you're all good on that. Bruno Fernandes, captain. Gross, first bench. If Ndai doesn't start, easy as. That's all you have to do. Your jersey. I got this off my father. I found it in the attic and I had to take it off him. But yeah, the price of it in classic football shirts is astronomical. I think it's something like €400 for this exact jersey. It is real, this jersey, but crazy. I'm sure you can get it off a fake site. But no, crazy. If you are watching us on YouTube, if you are watching us on TikTok, we're trying to get to 9.5k on YouTube. We're 15 subscribers off hitting 9.5k. If you are watching the TikTok here, spam that like button here as well. Let's get this push out to a few more people as well. On the YouTube stream here, tossing Calafiori for captain. Cahill, I don't think so. While you're watching on YouTube as well, get liking that stream as well. Let's get just pushed out to a few more people around the world as well. Conor Ryan, start 2 of Shaw, Hume and Muharamovic. Shaw and Hume. I think Brentford get one. More chance of Hume getting an attack in return. Enzo or Arsenal winger, Solis definitely. Solis, yeah. Ashish 98 on the YouTube stream. Starting Kinski, Van Dijk, Calafiori, Maguire, Muharamovic, Mbeumo, Szoboszlai, Solis, Isak, Haaland, Peter. I don't know who Peter is there. why does Pedro, not Peter, Verbruggen, Gross, Enzo Lafay, Diop, all good there. Gross first sub, good to go. What's your thoughts on Haaland versus Bruno captain? I'm on Bruno Fernandes myself. Though I use my free transfers on Ndiaye from Lafay. Keep Ndiaye. If you have cover on your bench, you're good to go then. Open another pack and it will be decent. Did I bring up another one? I do. Do you know what? What are we on the YouTube stream? If we hit 80 on the YouTube stream, I think we're a bit off that. We'll open up another pack. I brought 2 up from downstairs. We're on 69 likes on the YouTube. Get liking that stream. 69 on YouTube. Once we hit 80, and if we hit 6k on TikTok here, we'll open up another pack. Captain pick is wrecking my head, Gaz. I'm leaving it on Bruno. Nolan, yes, Mosquera may be a concern in the coming weeks. I'll probably go down to Ayer or Consa and upgrade to João Pedro. Don't think the money will work though. That would be ideal, definitely. If once Consa gets some security of minutes, he'll be in everyone's team. Will Consa start? Hickam here, not this week. Thereafter maybe, yeah, not this week. Pedro Porro or Van Heck? Van Heck for the DEFCON, Pedro Porro for the attack and returns. Sakib, start 2 of Van Heck, Maguire, Brobby, bench and Ndiaye with uncertainty. Start Ndiaye, bench Brobby. If Ndiaye doesn't start, he can sub in for you. Do you think Mukiele is going to start this game week? If you can do Mukiele to Calafiori or a Ben White, I'd be doing that for sure. What's your thoughts on Haaland versus Bruno? Bruno Fernandes for the captaincy, yeah. Will Mosquera be benched? Notorious over on TikTok. I think this is the week where he starts, but thereafter is where the issues will start rising then. You think Van Heck will bounce back? Ops on Gakpo. Probably need a few more returns from as a 7 million midfielder when you have the likes of a Sangare at 5-6. Even Rodgers at 7.5. You'll probably pay the extra for the premium. Start Palestra or Robinson or getting another player. Palestra didn't start last week, Luke, so is he 5.5? I'd be moving him on for an Arsenal. Show us your team there. There's my team there. Kaelon Flynn in the chat. Good man, Kaelon. Not at EP this year, lad. Left it off. Funds were low after the summer. But I'm actually not missing much by the looks of it with all the rain. I wanted Man United, but we have Manchester City. AAK Adams, Atkins, fair enough. Right, 25-6 deadline is at 6:30. Keep the likes coming in here. Get following there. If you are watching on TikTok, sorry, I'm also streaming on YouTube, as you can see here. We're 15 subs off hitting 9.5k. Thank you to everyone who came over from TikTok and is getting us that one step closer to hitting 9.5k. I really do appreciate that. Who would you bench, John, out of in DCL, Ndiaye and Kevin Shada? DCL and Ndiaye, start Ndiaye, bench Shada there. DCL on penalties. If Ndiaye starts, he's on penalties. Cooper, I know it's a very chill stream today, isn't it? That's why we're jumping between the two. Pretty much sorted for this week. My only dilemma: Hume, Rodon, or Ayer to start. Hume maybe. Ayer for the DEFCON. Hume for a more enticing attacking pick this week. Should I start Porro or Van Heck? Wouldn't have any Chelsea or wouldn't have any Spurs defenders. I know I've got Kinski. I stuck with that decision to start off. I'm gonna have to stick with him. I have Verbruggen on the bench there. Out of those, probably Pedro Porro. So if you are Van Heck, good shout for DEFCON though. That's what I'll be saying. Start Hume, Lafay or Rodon. Lafay there, Kyle. To start there, Cooper. Pretty much sorted for this week. My only dilemma: Hume, Rodon, or Ayer to start. Ayer the better shout out of DEFCON. Hume the better exciting pick. Kinski, how come? Just he was the best 4.5 million goalkeeper. He's still not good. The 5 million goalkeepers are a lot better, but much of a muchness really. Let's see how he gets on this week. Pedro Porro and Van de Ven will be back, so there should be a lot better in defence. Williams, stay or sell? Who would you start between Ballard or Ayer there, Joe? Ayer for DEFCON, Joe. Rumours aside, who to start between Sangare and Ndiaye? Psycho, if Ndiaye was definitely meant to start, I'd be captain, or sorry, I'd be playing Ndiaye. Sangare bench, but I'd nearly start and die, and if he doesn't start, he'll be left out of the squad. So Singara can sub into you there. Joe, appreciate the new follow, Joe. Good lad. Macker, is Muharamovic a good start? Depends over who. If you're starting him over Maguire, I wouldn't. Ahmed there, Lafay over Solis. Solis over Lafay, Ahmed. Number 1 there in the chat, Ahmed. Does that mean you're the number 1 fan or something? Good man. Macker followed. Good man, Macker. Appreciate that, lad. Play Semenyo or DCL. Start the 2. Play the 2 there. Football. Start the 2. Alex there. Hume or Justin. Hume. Both will concede. More chance of an attacking return from Hume. Hamed with the rose. Hamed, appreciate that. Alex there. I'll go with that. Connell, Van Hecker, Maguire. Connell, Maguire. I'm not trying to be biased with United. Maguire. Football, Doze, play Semenyo or DCL. What's the rest of your team there? Football, Doze. I'd be trying to start the 2 of them. If I was picking one, Semenyo, but DCL on penalties, I'd be trying to play the 2 of them. Sending the rest of your team there. Football, Doze, YR5EO. Xhaka or DCL to start. LD, DCL, definitely. Craig, yes, of course, Craig. How are you, man? Should I transfer Gross? Gross to who, though? How much money have you? I'm assuming you've only 5.5. I wouldn't bother. Just play him or just bench him. Robbie or DCL? DCL, football does. Aye, brother. Start Lafay, Verts or DCL? DCL or Verts. Verts out of those. Verts. If you can play them all, do. What do you think, Pedro for captain? Nothing wrong with it. Do you support any League of Ireland clubs? I do. I do Galway United social media. So yes, I support Galway United. Captain Haaland, but what about Bruno? If you want to go with either, it doesn't matter. I think there'll be much of a muchness between the 2 of them. United at home, that's why I'm on Bruno Fernandes. He's on bench. I'm bench boosting this week. Corey, fair enough. DCL earned Dye to start. DCL there. Try and get in Dye in as well. Top 5k last year because of your videos, Craig. Love that, Craig. Good lad. Tig with the follow, Tig. Appreciate that, Tig. If you are watching us on TikTok, I think what are we on now? We're trying to get to 9.5k on YouTube. We're getting close. 12. Wow. Jesus Christ, the support from TikTok has been outrageous. We're 12 subscribers off 9.5k on YouTube. If you are watching this, we've got a deadline stream going on YouTube here. Just 12 subscribers off hitting 9.5k. Head on over, click subscribe onto the channel and stay there for content throughout the season. We're putting some serious work into this channel. I appreciate all the Hamid with the follow there. Hamid, good lad. LD and Dye or Hume to start. Start and Dye. If he doesn't play, Hume can sub in. Foden, Van Heck, Maguire, bench 1. Van Heck. Start Maguire and Foden there, Sakib. Ashish 98. Shouldn't I sub in Gross Lafay for Muharamovic? Sub in Lafay for Muharamovic, yes. Is Lafay and Dye the transfer? No, definitely not. What are you asking there? Is Lafay and Dye the transfer? No, don't do that. Adam, is having Solis in my team? Yes, I have him there myself. Get that in there. Hume or Xhaka? Hume. Let's go. Subscribe. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that, Danny. Good lad. Donnarumma this week there, not the whole goalkeeper Matthew. Donnarumma. Nolan, I have a bad feeling about Haaland captaincy wise of both Bruno and himself. I feel Bruno is very deep versus Hull and United did not play well at all. He didn't, no, but new week at home at Old Trafford, I think we'll be fine. Start Raya or Kinski there, Luke. Start Raya or Kinski. Raya there for sure. Definitely. LD, Hume, Van Heck or Luke Shaw. Start Luke Shaw there. Matthew for liking the live. Appreciate that, Matthew. Good lad. We're on 6k on YouTube here. Or sorry, on TikTok. Adam Barry in the chat. Adam, good man. I have a lot to get back to on the Patreon. I think I'm guessing. I'm multitasking to the max here, Adam. I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube here. Will Verts get decent minutes? I'm expecting 70 minutes again for Verts. 60 to 70 minutes. Poro or Shaw there, Nats. Shaw. Calvert-Lewin or Shaw. Calvert-Lewin there, Dav. Try and start the 2 of them. You should be starting Calvert-Lewin and Shaw though with their fixtures. Start Muharamovic or Ayer for better chance of DEFCON. What goalkeeper has a better fixture for the next couple of weeks? Thinking of getting rid of Kinski. Martinez, with him going to Chelsea, will have the better fixtures. Just wait till it's all sorted. It is a done deal, I'm really sure. And Mbeumo or Isak captain. Isak not worth that 9 million, and Mbeumo's going to be out in the wing, not ideal. Play it safe with Haaland if you don't have Bruno Fernandes. Grosser, Enzo Lafay for Muharamovic there. Lafay, Ash. Lafay. Onrad, start and die if you have a first sub cover on your bench. That's what we're going for there. If you are watching us on YouTube as well, we're 12 subs off hitting 9.5k. Same as the TikTok channel then as well. We're 11 subs now. Appreciate whoever clicks subscribe there. We're just 11 subs off hitting 9.5k. If you are joining us on TikTok, click the link in my bio. Go over there, click subscribe. It'd be great to hit 9.5k before the end of the stream. That'd be absolutely beautiful. FPL SVIEF 1EF, I should even say. If Haaland blanks this week, still confident for the game against Coventry? Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Semenyo or Thiago, both Alex there. You surely have to start the two of them. Nats there, Thiago or Brobby? Thiago. McBurney captain as a banker. Harvey, fair enough, Harvey. Hamed, Calafiori or the Cooper? Calafiori for sure. Thiago or Brobby? Nats, Thiago. I like your Ndai strategy. No other streamer seems to be mentioned that. Noel Lewis, appreciate that. He'll either play, I said, yeah. If you have Ndai, I've got Gomez on my bench there. If you have Ndai, he'll either start or be left out of the squad completely. I have Gomez first sub for cover. That's all we need there. Should I bench Verts or Semenyo for DCL? You can surely start all three there. Did you transfer this week, Connell? No transfer. Saving the transfer. Want to get 2-3 City players next week. Even if this fella's a City player, I want triple City for that Coventry game. I'm playing in Die. Niall Ella in the chat. Good man. I'm a Niall myself. I am playing in Die. Gomez first sub. There we go. 2 likes for signed card pack. Where I'd love a signed card pack. I've 1 pack of cards here left. What are we on? Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, yeah. Once we hit 80 on stream, we open up another pack. There we go. 51 watching us on YouTube. 11 off. We can definitely hit that in the next 45 minutes or so. Do I recommend Captain Odegaard and Vitan Sully's? If you're an Arsenal fan, nothing wrong with that. Szoboszlai is the other in the team, so need to pick one between him and Thiago. Do you know what? We're going to get a poll going here. Szoboszlai is just the one player I'm owning this week who I'm scared of not having. Do I reckon Captain and Odegaard? Go for it. How do you think Liverpool game will go today, mate? As long as Szoboszlai stays quiet, I don't mind. Right, so what are you doing? 60 over on the YouTube, which is great to see. What are you doing with Ndai? Keep, sell, start. Yeah, we'll just do that. Sorry, keep and start. Ndai, then we'll just go bench then too. Unpublished joined. How are you? Unpublished. How's the form? Did I even spell Ndai right there? I don't think I did. I was multitasking there. In date, but sure, look, we meant to say Ndai. Szoboszlai, the only one. Szoboszlai isn't a great pick in my opinion. Him, Verts and Barcola would all play further forward exactly, but when Verts comes off, that's when Szoboszlai goes in that attacking role. Hey, Niall, start Rodon or Hume. Maybe Hume for the attacking threat there. To start DCL, I'll have to bench Odegaard or Ndai. I'm on no Bruno team. Very fair. How much will Barcola be, Connell? I'm expecting him to be in around 8.5 million, same as Semenyo. If he's 9 million, he's too much. Same price as Semenyo. We've got a decision to make then on getting him or not. Start Rodon or Hume on? Probably Hume just. Raffle, do you recommend Captain and Odegaard? It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Bruno or Haaland. When are you playing our wildcard there unpublished? Might have to play something next week. I'll have 2 transfers next week, but I'll be looking to get at least two City for the Coventry game. Maybe a wildcard 4. Maybe a wildcard 4. Or 6 anyway. GP10, away FPL Air. Cheers, mate. How's it going, man? Hope you are keeping well. Rami Basile, what do you think? I'm on bench boost with 2 defenders and 1 goalkeeper from Coventry on the bench boost. Fair enough on that. Start Lafay or Sangare. Lafay probably for the penalties. Is it worth -4 Palmer captain? No, don't go with that. No, definitely not. Wouldn't recommend that. No. Right, good stuff. Grand. Frank O'Brien, do not do that. No, don't do that. If you are watching us on TikTok, keep spamming that like button as well. Let's get that pushed out to a few more people around the world, or the TikTok world anyway. We are streaming live on YouTube then as well. We're 11 subs off hitting 9.5k. So if you are watching us on this TikTok stream, head on over to the link in my bio. Click subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to 9.5k. Nats, will Consa play versus Villa? He will. I think he'll get some minutes. Don't think he'll start though. Is it worth buying the Cooper Squarey? No, I don't think so. Not worth buying him. Chelsea, I know he's playing in that attacking position. I wouldn't be getting rid of a transfer just to get the Cooper in. No. Grand, right, all good there. I think the Cooper, he got a goal during the week is right in the European game, but I don't think he gets too much in that Chelsea game. That being said though, Chelsea were piss poor in defence there. Will Consa play versus Villa? He'll get minutes. I think Mosquera starts. Crazy to captain Mbeumo. It's not crazy. It's not crazy at all. Any chance Martinez starts Sunday? They could easily get him straight into the team after that performance from Sanchez. I don't think Xabi Alonso was very happy with him. DCL and Lafay both on penalties. Who to pick? I'm on DCL. If I had Lafay, I probably would still go DCL. Maybe that's a bit of a bias towards DCL though. Kinski in goals. He's there. He's a 4.5 million goalkeeper. I had the bench boost last week. 78 points in the bench boost. And that's why Kinski's there. I've Verbruggen on the bench as well, but I'm going Kinski with the home fixture. DCL and Lafay both on penalties. Yeah, DCL. I've 7 million for a midfielder. Who's the best option only starting this week? Sully's. Caelan Flynn. What's the full team? Didn't bench boost last week. I might do this week. That's the full team there, if you can even see that. Full team there. Gomez is going to sub in for Ndai, if Ndai is left out. Didn't mean to like the live myself. Right, and what are we? 39 minutes to go until the deadline. Get you soon, Caelan. Good man. We will. Opinions on Donnarumma, too expensive. Keep the questions coming in on the YouTube there if you can. Wouldn't be doing that though, Frank. No. Colm O'Connor, what game week are you planning on using your wildcard? Could be pushed into a chip next week, Colm. Game week 3, I want to get some City players in, but game week 4 maybe to get triple Chelsea for that whole game, and just get the Arsenal Chelsea game out of the way. I can sort out my team then after. What do you think about Palmer? He'll be in my team come game week 4. It's either going to be game week 4 or game week 6. Colm, I could even free hit maybe next week, but I tried to make a free hit team earlier. It didn't look too hectic for next week. What do you think about Palmer? What's my bench order? Gomez, Rodon and Diop is on my bench. Tommy, Verter and Dye, I have them both. Start the 2 of them, Tommy. Surely you can start the 2 of them. Get the 2 of them in there. What's my bench order? Yeah, Gomez, Rodon and Diop. Let me scroll down there so you can see it on the YouTube. There it is there. Bruno Fernandes, captain. Yeah, 144k overall. Good start last week. Scroll up there. All good. Nice one. Sound. Jeff, hello mate. Sanchez or Adam Smith starts right back for Bournemouth. Do you want a Bournemouth player against Everton? I don't think so. Wouldn't go near the Bournemouth defence. If you want a Bournemouth defender, True Fair is your man, but he's a bit expensive. I'd sell and die. Nothing wrong with selling and die if you want to. I have Gomez first sub that can sub in if needs be. Do you think it's a bit of a risk starting Hull keeper Mendy and Ajayi all against Coventry? Maybe it is. I wouldn't go with that. Coventry surely get something at home. Surely to get a goal. I've a Riley, Vardiol, Calafiori and White. Should I change one of them to get Verts in or leave it? Leave it, Tommy, there. What kit shirt are you rocking right now? The 94, 96 United away. Or was it the third kit? Maybe it was the third. I think it's the away though. It's 94 and it's 96. I've Sanchez for Bournemouth. Do I just sell him or take the risk? What cost is he? What price is he, Jeff? DCL for Ndai risky. Start Ndai. DCL can sub in if he doesn't play. Van Dijk or Van Heck? Van Dijk. McBurney captain. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. Who we benching? One of Solly, Semenyo, Thiago, DCL or Rodgers. Out of those, probably just DCL is going to have to be benched. Probably just DCL. Kelleher a good option. Nothing wrong with Kelleher. Absolutely nothing wrong with Kelleher. Right, we've 50 in the YouTube. We're 10 subs off hitting 9.5k. If you are watching us on TikTok, head on over to my YouTube channel. It's in the link in the bio. And we're just 10 subs. Click subscribe on the channel. Let's try and hit 9.5k before 6:30. That'd be absolutely unreal if we did. That's your team done for the week then, Ross. It's a very chilled stream here. Yeah, we're well set up for the week, Ross. Yeah, 4.5 million, Jeff. What's the rest of your team, Jeff? I wouldn't be making a move for a defender. Definitely not. No. Yeah, very very chilled stream. Very different to last game week 1 stream. Definitely. Cheers to the follow there. Just good man. Appreciate that. And Niall as well. Follow the creator Niall. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. DCL for Ndai risky. I would still start at this. TikTok is a great idea. It definitely is. Jumping in between the two of them. My phone is overheating though, which isn't a great sign. But we're alright. We're grand. Should I start Szoboszlai or Thiago? You need to start the two of them. Calvert-Lewin or Hume? James O'Reilly. Start Calvert-Lewin. Start Calvert-Lewin for sure. Hume versus Maguire. Harry Maguire. Sheldon. Get him started there. Thoughts on Sangare? He's going to be in my wildcard team come game week 4 anyway. Just hopefully he isn't 6 million by then. Is all. If you had Sangare at game week 1, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing. Jeff, my team looks really good, including my bench, so I'm thinking of bench boosting. He's my only problem, so don't know whether to risk him or move to Rodon or Hume. So who are you saying for 4.5 million? You are saying Sanchez for Bournemouth. Let's get Sanchez up here on stream. Did he play last week? No, he didn't, so he's not going to play. You're probably going to have to move him on. Unfortunately, you wasted a transfer there on your 4.5 million defender. But sure, look, if you're bench boosting and you're happy out with your team, go 4.5. Even to be honest with you, I'd probably go Shaw. It's not an ideal transfer there, Jeff. Go with Shaw. At home to Ipswich, you can wildcard in game week 4 if needs be, just to get your bench sorted. If you want to go with that, if you want a bench boost, go with that. With Sunderland get its clean sheet, I wouldn't be surprised if Fulham get one. If Fulham do get one. How are we for? Did we hit 80 likes on YouTube? If we did, we're gonna get into our next pack. Lovely, we did. Right, next pack. So here we go. These are the tops. Triple United, Jeff, fair enough. Jack Glover, how's things down low transfers this week? Yeah, very chill stream this. Don't worry. Right, we're on our next pack of tops cards here. Keep the questions coming in on YouTube. Liam here, should I start Haaland or Szoboszlai? Start the two of them, Liam. You have to start the two of them. Ty, Maguire or Sangare first on bench. Ty, what's the rest of your team that you're benching Maguire and Sangare? You must be stacked on your team. Opinions on Arsenal defender? Yes, get them in. Who would you go for captain? I'm on Bruno here. Right, keep the questions coming in on both. Spam that like on the YouTube, or sorry, on the TikTok stream here. Click that follow button on TikTok if you haven't done so already. And if you are watching, we're 10 subs on YouTube. I'm also streaming on YouTube here. We're 10 subs off hitting 9.5k. Go onto my page, click the link in the bio, go over to my YouTube and click subscribe on the channel. It'll be absolutely unbelievable to hit 9.5k before 6:30. Aaron, appreciate for the follow. Good man. Right, anyway, Leif Davies, here's our next pack for hitting 80 likes and 6k on stream. We've got Dwight McNeil, Adam Wharton here of Crystal Palace. He might get a move somewhere as well. 52 on the YouTube. Lovely to see that. Keep those questions coming in. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Right, back to you, Jeff, before we get into these rest of these cards. Oh, there we go. Golden Lion Semenyo. Not bad at all there. Jeff, you're already on Triple United, so 4.5 million defender. Maybe you go for Ayer for Defcon. Just. Omari Hutchinson. He was with Ipswich a couple of years ago, wasn't he? Tonali, now of Spurs. 100% Bruno captain over Haaland. Yeah, I'm going with that. Thought of Bournemouth there. Fresh Trim O'Regan. Appreciate that. Good man. I'm back on the TikTok stream. We've 50 watching us here on YouTube and on TikTok. We just need 10 subs over on a YouTube channel. Click the link in my bio. Click subscribe. It'd be great to hit 9.5k, and we're one step closer to 10k subscribers then. Nathan Collins, and then last off then Ben Johnson, then 2. If anyone follows me on TikTok, if you want all these new tops cards, just give us a message, you can have them. I'll get them sent out to you. Even on the YouTube stream here, if you want these cards, I'll get them sent out to you. No bother at all. Appreciate the follow there, just as well. Good lad. Odegaard captain. Nothing wrong if you want to go for it. He looked well last week. Who do I support? Our man. Of course, it's Man United I support. 100% Bruno captain. Yeah. 2k views on YouTube. Great going there. Appreciate that. I'm seeing a few here on the YouTube stream. Keep spamming the likes there on the TikTok one. Appreciate the gift there from Just 2. That is class. Kadioglu or Konsa, who should I start? Gross Kadioglu, start the attacker. I don't think Konsa starts this week. Just Dan, Hume or Ballard? Start Hume for the attacking. Anytime goal scorer this weekend. Best odds probably Calvert-Lewin. 61 on the YouTube. Right, we're getting into the business end of the stream over on YouTube here. How are we looking? A lot of messages to get back on the Patreon as well. If you are watching us on TikTok, we're now 6 subscribers off hitting 9.5k. Get over there and click subscribe. The link to my YouTube channel is in my bio. We're live streaming on YouTube here as well. Who the captain? Haaland, Sangare, Palmer, Pedro or Rogers? Haaland out of those. Noel on the YouTube, what are we saying here? Start Hume or Muharamovic? Muharamovic better chance at Defcon. Hume better chance of an attack and return, albeit Muharamovic has Liam just seen you and off the ball. There we go. We've had a busy day here. I'm triple captain Haaland versus Palace. Fair enough if you're going with that. Start Mbeumo or Calvert-Lewin, the two of them. You have to be starting the two of them. Definitely. But Noel, probably Muharamovic maybe with the attack and threat from set pieces as well. 3 Brentford, crazy or big brain plays. Look, Brentford are the form team. If you want to go with them, go with them. Start, yeah, there we go there. Do you think I should triple captain Haaland? Save it for Palmer in game week 4. Save it for Coventry even next week for Haaland. Save it for City against Hull. I think it's in game week 13 or 14, is it? Dylan, remember meeting me in Galway, my twin. Dylan, where did I meet you, Dylan? I can't remember. Would Ndai be good this week? No, Ndai isn't great, but I'm playing him in the hopes he does start. We've all these tops cards. If anyone wants them, just send me a DM on TikTok there if you're watching us. Start Thomas or Ballard there, Adam. Start Thomas. Better chance of a clean sheet. His form against Palace is unreal. It's just the early kickoff as well. Verbruggen or Kinski, I'm on Verbruggen. I'm on Kinski is what I'm on. Right, how are we on the Patreon here? Abdullah. All good. Robbie Lafay and DCL. Say what's the bench piece. I think it's worth getting rid of. Yeah. Maybe. Because of the risk. Alright. Right, we're jumping in between everything here. Put 50 on Vista to get 1 or more goal and assist. I don't know what you're saying there, Liam. Thoughts on bringing in Vuskovic? Wouldn't bring him in. Robbie, Lafay and DCL start 2. DCL and Lafay, 2 penalty takers. Go with that. Vivid, we'll throw Thomas in, Adam. No bother at all. I'm doing my bench boost. Team is Lamans, Kinski, Muharamovic, Ayer, Ballard, Calafiori, Sabasai, Bruno, and Buemo, Xhaka, Gomez, Haaland. Should I make a transfer? Just roll there is all you have to do. Right, I just have to get back to a few Patreon messages, but we're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok then as well. I'm Conor Cronin's brother. King, you'd know him through FPL. Oh yes, very good, lovely stuff. FPL, don't you think it's big 2 Arsenal defenders? No striker for Villa. Grand. Let's keep Gomez versus sub. Yes, grand. Okay, sound. FPL. Right, we are hopping in between messages all over. Right, 25 minutes to go. We're probably going to have to end this TikTok stream in about 5 minutes so I can get back to everyone on the Patreon. Start 2 of Lafay, Calvert-Lewin. We've 61. We're 5 subs off hitting 9.5k on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, click subscribe. Or if you are on the TikTok stream here, go over to my YouTube, link is in my bio, just click subscribe, get us to 9.5k. Why do you think the triple captain will affect the early kickoff will affect the triple captain? Just not mad on it away. I'd prefer Haaland to be at home for the triple captain is all. Again, he could easily do well. Ash, cheers to the follow, appreciate that. Bruno captain locked. Yeah, Bruno is locked. I'm going with that. Who's my captain? Bruno Fernandes, yeah. Bench 1, Szoboszlai, Semenyo or Isak. You have to start all them. Hume, surely. Am I starting and die? I'm starting and die, yeah. I'm starting and die. Gomez first sub if needs be. Road on there. What are we asking there? PM 2k. Road on. Right, 6:05, 25 minutes to go until the deadline. 25 minutes to go. Sad and Pink Moon lad, who start? Oh, you're flying. Dublin Burn. I hope the EP is going well and you're not washed out of it. Who starts? Semenyo. Yeah, Semenyo. Surely you can start Thiago as well, Dublin Burn. Hope the festival is going well as well. Should I start McBurney over Brobby? Depends if you think they're going to lose a clean sheet or Coventry. A lot of people are playing their bench boost in the hopes of getting a Coventry clean sheet. Dublin Burn, what's your first name off, Dublin Burn, so I remember for the next time, and then what's the rest of your team? Surely you can start Thiago and Semenyo. You should get in Enzo, no joke. Should I start Mendy or Coyote? Probably Coyote there, Liam. Kinski or Verbruggen? I'm on Kinski or Verbruggen on my bench. Are we hoping for any deadline team news? To be honest with you, we probably might get some City team news in 10 minutes or so. Deadline's at 6:30. Lafay or Ndai. If Ndai was going to start, I'd be starting Ndai there. But we're not sure if he's exactly going to start. Get Cucurella. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Right, 7 minutes past 6. We are... Hello, TikTok is right. We are 3 subs off hitting 9.5k subscribers. If you are watching this and you haven't clicked subscribe, we've 61 here on the YouTube stream. Go down there, click subscribe on the channel. Just 3 subs. That'd be unbelievable if we hit 9.5k subscribers just before the deadline. Three subscribers. Surely we can hit that in 23 minutes. Appreciate the follow there as well. Move aside. There's a team there. Quickly, if you want to screenshot it, go for it. Yeah, we're live streaming on YouTube as well. Are we hoping for any deadline team news? We should get something. You'd expect. Shirky or Rogers? Let's see if we get some Shirky team news. Shirky is not a great FPL pick in terms of his nailness. Any news on this on Ndai? Any news on Ndai? No, I'm starting him and I've got Gomez for a sub. Was getting the haircut. Has there been any updates? Saw doctor? Not yet. No. Captain Haaland or Mbeumo? Haaland if you don't have Bruno Fernandes. Captain Haaland. Bruno or Haaland captain? Yeah, Bruno. Bruno. Mo Villa in the chat. Bruno or Haaland? Bruno there. I'm on Bruno Mo. Right, we're two subs off hitting 9.5k. If you are watching us on YouTube, we've 69 in the chat. Go down there, click subscribe on the channel. If we hit 9.5k, that is some stream out of the way there. Wow. We're live on TikTok as well. We are, yeah. Right, 21 minutes to go until the deadline. Conte will play this week. Jonas, don't think he'll start. Mosquera surely gets rewarded for the clean sheet last week, but his minutes could be numbered then from next week onwards. Thoughts on captain and Havertz? Not mad on it. Cheers to the follow there. Stas Peck. Haaland second best if you don't have Bruno. Yeah, Bruno, Haaland, JP in that order probably. Would you trust Solakis? That's the whole goalkeeper, isn't it? Over who though? Over who, Bruno? Ndai or Tavernier? Start Ndai if you have him, Anthony. Start Ndai if you have him. Make sure you have cover on your bench if not. Brother. Who's the sub goalkeeper? Let us know. Lovely stuff. We are one subscriber off hitting 9.5k. If you are watching us on TikTok, get over there. We've 60 on the YouTube channel here. One sub off 9.5k. If we hit 9.5k, that'd be unbelievable. It's Foden a sell, Michael. I think you have to keep him up until after the Coventry game and then reassess then. But if you pick Foden to start off, you could easily get something tonight. So I'd go with that. Do you prefer Leeds or Brentford assets this week? Holy bench and headache. Depends. I prefer DCL to an Ayer. I prefer Ayer to a Rodon. If you have DCL, I'll be going with that. How many FPL points did I get in game week 1, Gary? 78. We're off to a good start. 144k overall. Ampadu or Lefay, ITS Lefay. Go with that. 6.6k likes on TikTok, so I'm going. Ndai will start or not after City interest. It's hard to know. Kokef. I've got a Gomez on the bench if needs be. Foden or Brobby? You have to start Foden, Shea. Ndai will start. Hard to know. Kokef. Don't be spamming us, please. Castle. So far my starting 11 looks like this. Rofs, Calafiori, Gabriel, Maguire, Bruno, Mbeumo, Lefay, Soboslai, DCL, JP and Isaac. I have Ben White on the bench. Start Ben White there. I'll be starting him. Definitely do. Even over Lefay maybe. I'd prefer DCL over Lefay just. You need to start Ben White. My bench is Gross, 09, Diop and Verbruggen. You're alright there, Michael. You're all good. Don't worry about Foden until after this. Bench 2 of Solis, Calafiori and DCL. Unbelievable. Bench 2 of Solis, Calafiori and DCL. Zetland, that's an awful bench and headache to have. That is crazy. Daryl, Mbeumo, Palmer, Haaland. Haaland is right. I'm agreeing with you, Rocco there. Bench 2, Solis, Calafiori and DCL. Zetland, surely you can bench somebody else. Do a captain Palmer this week? Suppose fruit. Nothing wrong with captain if you want. I'm on Bruno Fernandes myself. Right, 18 minutes to go until the deadline. If you are watching us on TikTok, I'm going to have to turn this off because we're getting a bit... I have to get through everything on Patreon myself here. Click follow on the page if you haven't done so already. Cheers for everyone who joined there for the last hour. And we will see you during the week. Right, back to the YouTube channel here then as well. How are we looking here? Right, YouTube, do a captain Palmer. If you want a captain Palmer, nothing wrong with that. Right, lovely stuff. Cool. 9.5k is right, Danny. We've absolutely smashed our goal of 9.5k. Unbelievable. Thank you to everyone who's clicked subscribe. Do I captain Palmer if you want to? Danny, back to you. really do appreciate that donation earlier on then as well. You got this stream up and running today, Danny. So good man there. Just to keep like this, 1 free transfer, use bench boost or keep. Save, no bench boost needed. Grand. Kinski, Calafiori, Ayer, Maguire, Bruno, Solly, Soboslai, roll there, all good. Love that. Sound, DL, grand. Is this a lock in die? Rumours. Start in die anyway. Start in die. Start in die. Probably first sub there. Grand. Sorry, maybe I missed. Shall I sub in Gross or Enzo Lafay? Yeah, sub in Lafay there. Right, 16 minutes to go. Who would you start with this team or make subs? Maybe Shade over Gross. Grand. FPL Izzy, Bruno. Bruno, Connor, we're on Bruno. Grand. Any City team news? We're going to have a look now, Nicole. Just bear with me 1 sec while I get back to everyone in the Patreon here. Any suggestions? So, could I transfer to someone else? 6 million. They're not great options. That's 6 million. Let's have a look for a 6 million option for one of the Patreon lads who's looking to bench boost. Stash Tavernier. Maybe Tavernier. Maybe Tavernier. It's very risky. And I could start and easily haul. It's just the transfer rumors. Okay, cool. Right, let's have a look for City team news. So DCL or in die, start DCL. Try and start in die as well. Do you think Woltemade will start? Woltemade will start. I'm still new. No, do not bring in Woltemade. Definitely not. DCL or O'Reilly. You need to be starting the two of them. All good, bro. All good, bro. Nice one. If Ndai goes City, that's honestly perfect for game week 3, assuming he plays for Everton tomorrow as well. Yeah, we're getting we're getting hopeful that he's going to start, and then if he starts for City, maybe. Right, yeah, Bruno Fernandes captain. Jaime, Kinski, White, Calafiori, Maguire, Bruno, Solis, Foden, Szoboszlai, DCL. Bench for Bruggen, Gomez, Hume, Davies. What to do if Foden doesn't start? Give us 5 or so minutes. Let me have a look. Nice one. Lovely stuff. Right, sound. 88. We're nearly on 100 people watching us at the end of this live. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, we smashed the 9.5k subscriber. We're less than 500 subscribers off hitting 10k subscribers, so we're well and truly on. What are we now? We're August. Could be, hopefully, by Christmas anyhow. That'd be absolutely unbelievable. Is it worth swapping them out for 4 points? No, not worth it at all. Choose one to bench. Hume, Muharamovic, Gross. Maybe Muharamovic. Just, I would want to differentiate. Do you reckon keep or sell? I wouldn't have Chris Wood. No. Who can you get him for against? No. Anyone else you can get. If you are watching on YouTube, we are on 100 likes. Wow, unbelievable. Great to see that on YouTube. 92 people watching us. Right, any City team news? 17 minutes past. Is there any news? Get that man to 10k. Ryan O'Mara in the chat. Love that. DCL. Humer, Andy Robertson already have Kinski. Wouldn't double up on the Spurs defence. Definitely not. Man. Where is this lad? Let me see now. I'm not too fussed on the City team news because I have Haaland, but look, I know there's ones watching us wanting in the chat. Robert in the chat, 100 like there, my friend. Era Boo, appreciate that. Raya, Calafiori, White, Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, and Mbuemo, Ndai, Lafay, DCL, Haaland captain, João Pedro, no Bruno. Oh, sorry, no Bruno captain. Fair enough, Robert. I do think Haaland does well tonight, anyhow. So all good on that. 105 in the chat. Unbelievable to see again on our GW2 stream. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We are on the road to 10k subscribers. We absolutely smashed 9.5k. I can't believe that. That is unbelievable. So get down there, click subscribe if you haven't done so. Wow, unbelievable, class. Who to have first on bench, Ayer or Gomez? Gomez. Who would you go with, Vardiol or Gahey? Vardiol is one of Maresca's centre pillars of that City team, so you'd expect him to be well safe there. Start Ayer or Hume? Ayer for Defcon maybe. Hume is a more exciting pick, whatever way you want to play it. Martinez, Van Dijk, Gahey, Palmer captain, Bruno Fernandes vice, fair enough. Rice, Semenyo, Calvert-Lewin, João Pedro, John Peter is what it's correcting us there. Waltermaid has to go though. I don't think he'll start. Gerardo, any changes here? Kinski, Maguire, Calafiori, Hume, Ndai, very close with DCL, but leave as is. Right, 20 past 6. Reckon Odegaard will start? Yeah, he'll be fine to start. Marcus, apologies man, didn't answer my question, mate. If Foden doesn't start, play him or Gomez. Gomez instead. We're still waiting though on team news. Marcus, apologies if we get it at all before the deadline. Trying to see if we get anything here at all. Apologies, Marcus, for missing that as well. So Ashish, Kinski, Maguire, Calafiori, Van Dijk, Enzo, Lafay, Mbuemo, Szoboszlai, Solis, Haaland, Pedro, Isak, bench for Brugge, Muhramovic, Diop, Gross. All good there. You're good to go. Robbie or Hume? Start Robbie. Always start the striker. Hume or Rodon? Maybe Hume for the attacking threat. I do think both of them concede. Drop one of DCL. Muhramovic maybe just. Should I start Ndai or just play Robbie instead? Start Ndai. If Ndai doesn't start, there you go. You've got if he doesn't start, you've got Robbie to come into the team there. So all good on that. Wow, some going there on the streams. Double defence, Arsenal, of course. Drop one of DCL, Muhramovic, Ayer. Should I start Ndai or just play Robbie instead? Play Ndai. If he doesn't start, you've got you can get him subbed in. What are the bangs coming through on the audio this evening intermittently? Apologies if there is a bang. I'm not sure at all. Apologies if there is. I don't see DCL scoring. Maybe not. Might get something from a penalty. Might get an attack and return. I do see Leeds getting something, maybe from a throw-in or a set piece or something like that. They're hiding the box. Not seeing anything. Captain Bruno or Haaland? I'm on Bruno myself. I'm on Bruno. I'm on bench boost. Sell or keep Ndai. If you're on bench boost, if you're locked in on playing bench boost, maybe it's a risk going with Ndai. So maybe you have to move him on. What is my team? Let's move it back to my team here. So we are well set up there. Ndai or Lafay. Start Ndai. If he doesn't start, just get Lafay in. That's all you have to do. Doesn't look like we're getting any City news. Set 23 minutes past. Captain speaks, or what are we saying? Captain HAALAND or Mbeumo. If you don't have Bruno, HAALAND. Oh yeah, for DEFCON maybe. I think both concede. Start in Dye or Sangare. Shane, start in Dye. If he doesn't start, you'll have Sangare to sub in. Do I still go to the Galway United games? I do. I won't be there this evening, just with this stream. I won't get over to it tonight. But I will be back at them in a couple of weeks. Lafay or Lewin to start. Calvert-Lewin, I'll be starting there. Always has lots of draws. Yeah, both teams to score. DCL get one. James McGurr, sorry my brother, I'm just walking home from the pub here at 3 in the morning. Good man, James. Just to clarify, great to see you've got the priorities right doing the FPL team. Good stuff. Just to clarify your opinion, brother, keep same team as last week. Start and die. If you're on the exact same team as mine, start and die of Gomez first sub if needs be. All good there. We're good to go. Mind yourself on the way home. I'm delighted to see you're thinking the drunk thoughts are FPL. Good lad, James. Good stuff. GUFC 98, Petrovic, Gabriel, Calafiori, Hume. Petrovic could be a doubt for starting. Bruno and Mbeumo, Solly, Shade, Haaland, TCL and Dye on the bench with no Pedro. Stinker last week with no Pedro. Could you start in Dye over Shade? Maybe. And then if Ndye doesn't start, at least Shade will come in. Lafay, Lewin, Calvert-Lewin to start. Rodon over Maguire. Maguire there. Hume or Ballard. Hume maybe for the attack and return. James McGurr, legend back at you. Good lad. I can only pick two out of DCL. Sangare, Ayer and Ballard and Ndye. DCL and Ndye. Sangare first sub if Ndye doesn't start. You have him to sub in for Ndye. 152 votes on the keeping and starting Ndye. That's good to see. If he starts, I'd love to see him get something. I would love to see him get something. All good there. Love that. Ballard or Sangare. Can I bench boost with this team you have, or which changes can I make? Fabian, what's the team? What's the team there? Ndye with Muramovic to come on if his drop should be covered. Exactly. You might even get DEFCON off Muramovic this week. Was unlucky not to score as well, to be honest with you. So, see how you get on. What's your team's bench ranking? Don't bother with that AI stuff. It's all a cod, to be honest with you. No. Don't bother with that AI stuff. Watching from Ibiza. Dave, love that. Getting FPL team sorted before going out and getting on it. Where are you going in Ibiza? I was out actually in there about I was out there 3 weeks ago now, was it? Great to see you've the priorities right, like James as well coming back from the pub. Love that. Absolutely love that. Right. Exact same team as mine. I wouldn't be bench boosting this week, so if you have the same team as mine, no, it's not a strong bench this week. And with the fact I've Ndye, I wouldn't be bench boosting, no. 109 people watching us. If you are new to the channel, we are trying to hit 10k subs this season, or even before Christmas, or even before November at this rate. We're just under 400 subs from hitting 10k. If you are new to the channel, please head on down there, click subscribe. We're putting in serious amount of work on this channel, and yeah, please head on down there, click subscribe. Finally, someone said it. I'm not affiliated with any of these organizations, but yeah, sure, look, if they want to do it, fair play to them. But yeah, Ballard or Jacquet there. Thoughts on the Cooper? Nothing wrong with the Cooper. If you want to go for it, go for it. Nothing about City news, Marcus? No, not looking likely. Peter Canavan or Ian Mulligan? Is that Emma Mulligan there? Emma Mulligan there, surely, James. Right, are we getting any City team news? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Right, let me take a Let me take a picture of or a screenshot of this team. Very chill stream. Unbelievable to see 102 people watching at the end of this stream, and unbelievable to hit 9.5k subscribers. We didn't go to Electric Picnic to sort this stream. It's well worthwhile getting this stream out of the way with how it went tonight, so really do appreciate all of that. Unbelievable. We've had a busy day today, and I really do appreciate everyone who's tuned in. 2 minutes ago to the deadline. Before you do pop off, click subscribe on the channel if you haven't done so. Plenty more content coming your way this season, so all good on that. Right, grand there, sound, making sure everybody's alright in the Patreon. Ire for DEFCON. I'm on Bruno. Grand. Cheers, mate. You're doing great work. Keep it up. Love that. Appreciate that. Bruno captain. Yeah, I'm Bruno. Start was. Right, all good there. That's going to be the deadline, so everybody's got back to there. Love that. Before you do hop off, please drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. I'm just making sure my own team is locked in there. Man United have a job on to do for me this week, but that's what we're looking like for game week 2 stream. 144k overall. Very good start to the season, and that's the deadline there. Dan Dardis, great stream, mate. Goal of win and Bruno Hall, surely. Fingers crossed for that. Right then, we're going to leave it there. Or if anybody else wants to chat anything else, do send it in the comments below. But I think that's enough. I've been chatting, I think, for 6 hours straight today. What a day of FPL chat it has been. It feels like FPL is just back itself today. But yeah, do head on down there, click subscribe on the channel if you haven't done so already. Like the stream. We've already hit 100 likes, so I don't really care. That's enough good going for one stream anyway, so appreciate that. If you have any other questions, drop them in. And yeah, cheers to all the new subscribers. We're one step closer to the 10k. And yeah, it just gives me motivation to keep this effort going in. It's class. Marcus, good luck, mate. Thank you. No problem at all. Right, let's get this posted up on Danny. Good man, Danny. Good luck. You were the first one on the stream here this morning. You're the last one. Love that. Right, here we go. Game week 2 team. Locked in. Free transfer. Saved. Bruno. Cap. Right, love that. Nice one. Good luck, everyone. I was right. Before you do hop off, hopefully we'll be seeing some of these this week as well. Good game out there. Good luck, my G. Let's cook, Niall. Saik Rashnan. Definitely. Let's cook. Speaking of cooking, I think it's time for me dinner. We're waiting for same team at going with Haaland captain. Fair enough. It's going to be very close again between Haaland and Bruno Fernandes. A lot on Twitter, captain and Bruno. So let's see. Right, that's another deadline stream out of the way. Sangare versus Ndai over here. If you started Ndai, I think you're pretty safe on getting Sangare in. Who's your man that kicks the points with you in the captain video? Kevin O'Callaghan. Shout out Kev. Brilliant footballer. Kildare Footballer of the Year, I'm nearly sure, 2 or 3 years ago. An absolute specimen of a man. But no, give him a follow on Instagram there, James. If you see him, he's a sound lad and does very good content. Tyrone man here, so don't recognise him. I must get Tiernan McCann. I think Tiernan is big into FPL. I must try and get him on for a captaincy video. That's the difference between our teams. Oh, Sangare versus Sendai. Very fair, very fair. Right, I think that's enough chatting for one day. Absolutely enjoyed that last 3 hours. Absolutely flew. So let's leave it there for one day, I think. So good luck, mate. Thank you to all for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, or sorry, I'll be back on Sunday with a transfer plans video, whether I'm free hitting or whether I'm wild carding, whether I'm using my 2 free transfers, which I should be anyway, to get my City lads in. So let's see. Anyway, again, unbelievable. Thank you for all the support over this stream. I need to take a breath and relax now for the evening and watch this City game, and keep an eye on the Galway United score as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. Green arrows coming all your way. The absolute legends in this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.